You are now listening to the Odd Valley Podcast.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Odd Valley Live. We are back again on Friday, 6:30, happy hour time. I am Mochi Squeeze, your host, and Jacob Jones is right over there, right across from me.
What up?
And we have a special guest today with us. Luke is right there in the middle, in the sandwich.
What's up, everyone?
Got the homie Luke.
Yep.
Yeah.
What up, man? How you doing? How you feeling? Are you ready?
Most excellent. I'm stoked. I'm stoked to be here. It was a good little shout out yesterday to get me on here. So
Oh
good
yeah,
way to end
yeah.
the week and have some drinks.
Hell yeah. So how I know Luke is like I've talked about Kind of Funny on here a few times. So we're both Kind of Funny best friends, which means we're just like fans of the content. We've played some Halo together and lit some foos up, or maybe died a lot. I don't know. It was something
Yeah,
like
a little bit of both.
One of those two things. But what are we talking about today, Mochi?
We will be talking about H.H. Holmes.
Oh,
So
right. You know what?
he is a serial killer from
Dang it.
Chicago.
True.
We are sticking to we've been on a Chicago theme. So
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, this is the Chicago series, basically.
Yeah, so we're doing that today because
Yep.
I have no idea who he is. All I know is he is a serial killer, but Jacob and Luke know all about him, so they're going to educate me a little bit today. So I'm pretty excited about that.
I wouldn't say I know all about him, but I have a ton of research sitting right here that we can read
Yes.
through, and I know a bit.
There you go.
I kind of remember.
Also, I'm pretty
some
sure
of
you
it.
guys already made us drink a bunch of drinks at some point by saying a bunch of names.
I know.
Oh yeah, but hey, that's only if we spin the wheel
I
to the
see.
names
Yeah,
thing.
that's
so.
only if
yeah.
we do that, but which we will talk about.
Again, I forgot, as I always do, I forgot to change the Twitch stream info, but this episode's called Episode 49, Murder Castle.
Yeah, Murder Castle. Yeah, that's pretty much why I kind of want to know about it, because apparently this guy had a murder castle of some sort, and
He sure
I
did.
know that I don't know if it's the same thing, but then I did watch the American Horror Story with the murder hotel. Is it kind of like that, or is there a
No.
different serial killer that had a murder hotel?
No,
Or are
well,
they
That's the same one, I think.
It's the same one.
Here's the thing, okay, about that season is that was a season about vampires. H.H. Holmes is not a vampire at all.
It was slash serial killer because his ghost was there.
Yeah, I know there was serial killers in there, but like what you'll realize is that season of American Horror Story was a hotel with horrors inside of it and ghosts,
Okay.
whereas H.H. Holmes created a horror story of a hotel that's basically like not a hotel at all.
Okay.
And we'll learn about it, and hopefully it'll scare you a little bit, you know?
I'd say he's
probably-
more like the penguin than like a vampire. He's kind of like
Yeah, that's
a
true.
weird old timey villain.
Yeah.
of sorts.
I mean, I
Well, he-
will probably get scared because I don't know if we talked about this on this podcast before, but whenever I watch serial killer stuff, like the last serial
Oh my
killer
God, yeah.
documentary
We
that I
gotta talk
watched
about this.
was about the Night Stalker on Netflix.
Oh, yeah.
And I was so scared. I get like unreasonably scared. So I know this guy died already, but I'm like so worried about copycats that like on my bedroom door I have what I call the Night Stalker lock, because I have like, it's kind of like a deadbolt, but like not really. It's kind of like you would see it kind of at a hotel room, but I
Yeah.
bought it
All right.
because I was really scared that like, you know, I mean, anyone could bust in, and I mean, we do have a Ring camera here, but that would only help people solve our murder. Like we would already be dead.
Yeah, that's post
Yes,
help.
and
not,
I do
moments-
not
yeah.
want to die.
Mm-hmm.
But so this will scare me, and I just don't know how unreasonably scared I will be. So we will see.
We'll
after this
do our
thing.
best.
I don't think
Yes.
you'll be scared, like, because It's not like he forced his way into like your grandma's house and like killed her in the name
But
of
will I
Satan.
be scared to stay in hotels now? Don't know.
Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
maybe.
you definitely would be
That's
scared to
different.
like go back to the 1860s and stay in hotels.
That's
for sure.
That's actually way more accurate because I think that his serial killer run is indicative of the time period he was in, because like back then there just wasn't a paper trail, and that's how he was able to be such a successful asshole con
'Cause
man.
I feel
piece
like,
of shit.
what if I'm scared? Because this could be making me more scared to stay at an Airbnb too, because it's someone's house.
See,
And
that's
then
true.
you
More
know,
like-
you don't
yeah.
know. People could do stuff, but
That's
we'll
way
see.
more accurate. Yeah.
But let's not get ahead of ourselves. That to do. So just for first time listeners, we are a drinking podcast, so we drink a lot on this show. You know, it is during happy hour time here on the West Coast, so we do encourage you to drink with us, as long as you are legal age in whatever country you're.
Yeah, you gotta be legal.
You got to be legal.
So I think in Great Britain you can be like 12 probably. No, I don't know. I don't know what the deal is over there.
I was gonna say I almost believed
is
you. I was
18.
like, is it 12?
It's
Is it 18?
It's 18.
I just
in
know
the
like
UK, yeah.
I always hear stuff about parents drinking with their kids like at dinner. Who knows?
Yeah,
But-
yeah.
I mean, you know, that could easily happen like now
But while we're
That's true.
speaking
in
of
America.
age,
No one
I
just
will
needs to hear
say,
about it.
when Jacob said that you were going to be on the show, Luke, I did not know who you were.
Mhm.
And so I said to Jacob, because sometimes Jacob, he's really friendly, so he makes a lot of friends, and you know, he
Sure.
plays online, and he does, you know, he's doing all that stuff. So I never know if he understands that, if he, like, makes friends with, like, if they're like kids. So I don't know. Because like, you know, because video games, you never know like who
It's
you're
true, it could
playing
be
it with,
anyone
right?
over
It
there.
could be anyone. So
Let's
then,
get this shit straight. Do I play Fortnite, Luke?
I've never played Fortnite with you. Technically, I occasionally play Fortnite, but it doesn't. But you know.
But me specifically, have I ever told you, hey, let's play
you
some
never.
Fortnite?
You've never said where we dropping, boys.
No.
okay,
never.
see, but I don't know.
Although with that no build mode, I'm down now.
I
Yeah,
don't
a little
know.
intrigued. Yeah, low key.
So
I'm-
then
I'm
I
in, I'm
said
in.
to him, I said, hey, nonchalantly, I was watching TV, and I just said, hey, so we're doing the podcast tomorrow. Is Luke like over 21?
Yeah.
'Cause, like,
Well, that's funny because like
just making sure.
today I sent him a DM and I was like, "You're 21 plus, right?" Because
Oh,
I
did he
gotta
ask
start
you?
asking people now because I'm, you know, and now you know why. Now you know why because Mochi's like,
Because you never know.
Who knows, man?
We good? We
yeah,
back?
yeah.
Yeah, you never know.
Let me just say what up.
Like-
You know, this is Odd Valley live show, so you could be live in the chat, twitch.tv/Odd Valley if you happen to be watching this later, listening later on audio podcast services. But right now in the chat we got Pizza Man Sam, who's guest on the show before. We got See Me Bitch, who's here always. What up,
Yes.
both of you guys? Also remember, if you do want to just get the audio version of the podcast, search wherever you want, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher,
Anywhere.
whatever. Just search for Odd Valley. We're there. Oh, and then on YouTube, if you want to watch the VODs later, just just go and search Odd Valley. Also, go ahead and sub on there, because when we get 50 subscribers, which we don't currently have, we can get a better URL than like whatever the fuck's going on with the URL
yeah,
right
with the
now.
weird
so-
numbers, but you know,
Click.
yeah. So
but
but
yeah,
okay,
that
as I
shit
was
aside-
saying, so we are drinking podcast. Drink with us. What we're gonna do before we get into everything, we normally do a preliminary shot. Take a
yeah.
shot of whatever you want. So get ready with yours. Here in the studio, we always do Jameson. So Jacob
True.
has our Jameson poured. Luke, what are you gonna take a shot of today?
I'll try and get it in the camera here. This is a Cazadores
Cazadores.
tequila.
Oh,
Cazadores.
tequila. All right. Okay.
Quick side story. My coworker made delicious tequila
Oh, yeah.
cupcakes, and then Mochi Squeeze hates
Whoa.
tequila so much that
Yeah.
that delicious tequila
hate it.
cupcake, she took a bite and she was like,
Yeah, I didn't even like it. It was so gross. I was like, it tastes
I mean, I don't.
like tequila.
I wouldn't necessarily think to mix tequila and baked goods, but you know that it's probably interesting. I'm
It
down.
was not good to me.
so good.
but,
She's
you know,
also made
it's fine.
shout outs to I'll just say my coworker A. That's just the first letter. But she's
I
also
figured.
done a fireball cupcake that was really good.
I would
So-
totally
see,
be
that makes
down with
sense.
that. That
Yeah,
makes sense.
like
I would
cinnamony.
eat that one.
I thought both were good.
So, you know,
But yeah, let's take our preliminary shot.
Yes.
All right.
Heck
So
yeah.
Thanks for being here with us. Thanks for watching later or wherever you're at. And cheers to you. Hope you take a shot with us and let's get
Yeah.
fucking
Cheers.
let's
Cheers.
get
Happy
wasted.
Friday.
I think none of us have had lunch today, so this is gonna be a fun night.
Yep. It was a busy day at work. Skipped right through that lunch.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
But that went down smooth, so, who knows?
You know, honestly, this shot, same. Sometimes I cough on it a little bit.
yeah.
Mhm.
Sometimes it gets in my nose somehow. Not
Yep,
this time.
Yeah.
Not this
Yep,
time,
that worked.
baby.
All right.
So
we're gonna
take it away, Moch.
So next we're gonna talk about Trebek. He's our wheel of misfortune. I mean, because it has a bunch of words that make us drink throughout this whole podcast and get really trashed.
Brutal.
But it is a wheel with words on it. We
Brutality.
spin it twice, and whatever words we land on, whenever we say it throughout the podcast, we drink. So we drink, you drink, everybody drinks, and it is super
Everybody
fun.
drinks.
It is super fun. We'll see if we can get through this podcast giving the correct information, because sometimes it gets a little blurred once we start getting really drunk. So
There you go.
we'll see. Jacob will turn on the action cam. He
Oh.
will
It's
read
off
the
target.
words
It's off target. It was on target, but
because I have to move it. Because
always move it.
Luke, you've turned off your targeting computer.
yeah, look. I mean,
Why are you moving the table?
I didn't move the table. I only moved the thing. I only moved the wheel.
How was it that off target?
I have no clue.
Sorry, guys. This is a live show, so
That's how
gotta
we do live show.
make it happen
Hmm.
on the fly. Now you
There
probably
you go.
can't
There you go.
probably can't read that.
I
you
know our
We need to
action
get
cam is
another-
kind of like weird.
We need to get like a better third camera. That's what
Yeah.
I'm realizing. I don't know what the fuck happened because it's all the same model, and
Mhm.
I wiped off the lens. I mean, by the way, Luke over here is apparently a professional photographer or something. So maybe he can
Yeah, it
help us
doesn't
out.
mean my Twitch stream looks very good or anything like that, but that's all
That
right.
is totally different. Video and photography is like.
But I'm just saying it. Maybe he has like that lens expertise or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'd probably have to see the room you're in because,
yeah.
there's some
It
depth
could be
there.
anything. Yeah.
Good point. Good point. It's not
So-
zoomed in at all. I don't think.
There you go.
Yeah.
There
All
you
right, here we go.
All right.
I can see like a couple of words, kind of.
All right.
And also, it might just be my writing. My writing is terrible. I always say that
no,
it looks
no,
like
it's not your writing.
As is mine.
Okay, let me read it.
I always say it looks like a 9-year-old boy's writing.
So Trebek, our wheel, we spin them twice. What he lands on twice. Those are the words that if we say them, we drink, you drink, we all drink. You hear a bell. Sounds like that right there. And let's see what the possible words are. We got mustache, drink, drunk, murder, serial killer, murder. Name, that means any name of a
Okay,
person.
Jacob picked that one. So
A name
FYI,
of a like if we say a name of a person,
like your
Yep.
name in chat,
Yeah.
ours in this studio,
right?
Luke's in his studio,
Yeah.
or whoever we
Abraham
talk
Lincoln,
about.
whatever you
Yeah,
want. Yeah.
whatever
Or
you,
H.H.
whatever we
Holmes.
say.
Because I didn't want to put H.H. Holmes on the wheel. You know what
I mean, you
I'll-
could
Yeah,
have.
yeah.
right? Here we go. Chicago, fair, women, hotel,
Castle. I spelled it wrong.
cast towel,
Nice.
I'm sorry.
Ow.
and
I
that's
was
it.
like really, I was in a hurry, so I was like, let's
I
just.
don't quite know what the fuck that is.
That was on the
Castillo.
fly. I got you.
Yes.
Is that
It was
like
on the
the
fly.
Latin word for castle?
And also,
Yeah.
side note, I am a bad speller, so.
I mean,
Yeah,
you're not a
I think,
bad speller.
Autocorrect has really ruined all of us. I think it's fine.
Not me, bro. I could spell. I could spell all.
What's in the
fucking
purple? What's
dick.
I didn't see the word in the
Mustache.
Which
purple.
one? Mustache. Yeah.
Yeah, I had to try to squeeze it in there.
Yeah, that was my.
I
So-
mustache you a question.
They spin it.
Okay, I'm spinning. Let's see what we got.
that was a good
Drink,
spin.
drank, drunk.
We
Yes, I
definitely,
love this.
okay, if we get
I
that
love
and
this.
name, like, it's
Ooh,
over.
yeah, then
we're
it's
we're
gonna
like,
be a
we're
doomed.
fucked.
Perfect
Yeah.
night. All right, here we
So
go.
Go ahead. Spin it again.
Where's
But yeah,
the
I
name?
can swear on this podcast, right? Yeah.
Yes,
You
you
can say
definitely
fuck, shit, ass, cunt.
Yes.
I even said
Woohoo.
cunt,
Yeah,
bro.
he's.
Spicy.
We always like to say this. Jacob is trying to bring cunt back to America.
No, I'm
I
trying
like to see you
to
next
bring it.
Tuesday. You know, it's good.
I'm trying to
Yeah.
bring it to America. And
serial killer.
we almost got named, dude.
I know. If we got a name, we would be dead right now.
Okay, as is tradition, I'm going to type the words into the chat. Words of the
Nice.
week, we got drink, /drink, /drunk, and we also have serial killer. Now that will also include the words serial or killer if we say them separately, but not
Why
together.
would we say that separately?
Not together
I mean,
as two.
I really like Captain Crunch, so I might just be like, I'm gonna eat my favorite cereal, and then we're screwed, you know. So
Yeah, yeah.
Whatever.
Oh, perfect.
That
Well, you know what?
counts.
It's time to drink. Let's get
Yeah.
another bell.
Fuck.
There you go.
Yeah.
So that's 2 bells right there. We're now active. We're ready to go. If you are listening or watching or whatever, I hope you have a drink and you're drinking every time you hear that bell rings. Also, if you're in the chat, please let us know if we miss a bell. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if you want to really, like, get us fucked
No,
up,
you
then
got to keep
will.
us. We have to
Keep us
have
honest.
integrity.
Yeah, I mean,
Integrity.
okay, fine. We will have integrity, I guess.
If
We're-
nothing else.
I guess. All right, let's get into it. I am going to let Jacob and Luke take the lead here because, as I said earlier, I do not know anything about this guy except that he had a murder hotel or something.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Yeah, that's basically it. I use Wikipedia a lot.
and that he's a serial killer.
Yeah. So that's
Dang,
just
why
one
you gotta
drink.
Do that.
That's just one drink.
Solid.
But you guys also have to drink if I just say killer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Man, all these semantics.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to iron out the details so we're clear.
Yeah.
You know what I
And
mean?
get us nice and lubed up for the conversation.
Yeah.
Yep.
You gotta. It's gotta go down smooth. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. So
It's gotta
H.H.
slip right
Holmes,
in.
I actually like his given name, Herman Mudgett or Mugit. I
Yep.
don't really know, but that's a pretty ridiculous name.
Herman Webster Mudgett.
I like the name Herman.
Mugget.
I think I would
Mug-
name
Herman.
my dog Herman.
Herman's a great dog
I
name,
like
but
that.
I don't know about a people name.
Actually, my
Yeah.
favorite canned name like that, like Herman, is Cornelius.
That's
I
good.
mean, that's
but
a good
Herman's
one.
also a good one.
Mhm.
Actually, I named my plant Herman, and he died. So
Sorry.
rest in peace.
Yikes.
But
I'm really bad at keeping plants alive. I feel
it's
really bad
fucking
about
hard.
Yeah, same.
fucking
I
hard.
had a money plant forever, and it's like dying right now.
It's
Supposedly,
still
I'm
alive.
supposed to like repot it, and I was like, what?
It's still
Yeah.
living. Oh, side note. What we drinking today? I got I got a Lagunitas sampler pack. So right now I got a little something ale. What
Little
you got
something.
over there?
I
bro?
like the little something.
I love
I,
it.
uh,
Yeah.
I got this Deschutes. What is it
Oh,
here?
is that freshly squeezed?
Yeah, it's the fresh. This is the fresh haze. I have some fresh squeeze too. It's also a variety
Oh.
pack.
Oh, nice.
I haven't tried fresh
Okay.
haze. Freshly squeezed is like one of my top IPAs. Like
Mhm.
regular drinkables. I also have a
I
couple
probably should have
other-
gone with something a little lighter for the duration of the podcast.
Nah,
but
fuck
you
that.
know what? I just grabbed the first thing.
No,
Whatever.
fuck that. No, I'm only drinking IPAs tonight. So here we go.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. What about you, Mochi?
I am drinking Trulies as always.
Hey,
As is
there you
you
go.
tradition.
know, as is tradition.
What
'cause I
flavor
can't
you
get
got
too
today?
Wild. I have the pineapple one. I
Mm.
noticed that
Oh,
Jacob
cool.
put like the gross ones that I don't like in this cooler, and he's doing that. He's been doing that because he
I'm
wants me
mixing
to
them
drink
in.
them.
I'm mixing them in. There's a lot of berry in there and cherry.
I'll drink
and-
it. The next one will be the
Yeah.
gross one because I don't like the kiwi watermelon. It's disgusting.
Ooh, yeah. I'm not a big fan of like artificial watermelon, except for Jolly Ranchers. Those ones, you know,
Oh
like
yeah,
Oh.
candy
candies.
watermelon
Gross.
taste is. I'm down.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know if I could trust you anymore. That's gross.
Are you serious? You don't like that shit?
I mean, I feel like it's one of the more classic Jolly Rancher flavors. But I also haven't had a
Agreed,
Jolly
yeah.
Rancher in probably like 4 years.
Right.
Now I feel like I'm gonna buy a bag of Jolly Ranchers, bro.
Yeah, low key.
All right, so you guys want to look at this piece of shit?
I want to know what he looks like.
Let's have it-
Yes,
let's
I
take-
do.
let's take a
Herman
look.
Webster.
This is like the
Budget.
tiniest picture.
Oh,
I think it's
wow.
maybe the only photo of him ever. So you know.
Really?
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, he does have a really good mustache.
I need to make this a little
You're right.
lighter. Okay.
And
Yeah.
his
Oh,
hat is
man.
pretty,
And-
you know.
I'm glad we. Yeah.
It's really happening right here.
Yeah, so this is the face of evil. And the face of a
You see
a
what I'm
con
saying
man.
about the penguin though? I'm like, he's kind of just like
Yeah.
this old timey. Like you wouldn't necessarily know.
Mhm.
Yeah. He doesn't. What's happening? Are we just
He's just bouncing. What do you
He's
think?
he's
Like that?
playing Mario World 1.
Oh my god.
Level 1.
Oh, well then he would just
Um,
walk right into the
How
Goomba.
old was he
and
when
died
he like?
immediately.
How old was he in this picture? Does anyone know?
I don't
anyone?
know, but it says circa 1895, and this is his mug shot, so that's why we know.
That's
it's
a
him.
mug
Yeah,
shot.
that's a mug shot. Actually, look at that.
So
They let
I
him
feel like
like
that's like a
pose.
nice photo for a mugshot.
Yeah,
but
that's what I was saying. I thought that was like one of those old timey family photos or something like that.
Yeah.
He was born 1861, so if that's 1895, he's like what in his early 30s or late 20s.
Mhm.
Oh
Yeah.
wow, okay.
Something like that.
Okay.
So H.H. Holmes, who was this guy? What was his deal? Let's ask our old friend Wikipedia. Herman Webster Mudgett.
I mean, can we really trust Wikipedia?
Yeah. From May 16th, 1861 to May 7th, 1896. Better known as Dr. Henry Howard Holmes.
Oh, is he
or
a doctor?
H.H. Holmes.
He
No.
is very much a doctor. I mean, well,
Like I
he's an old timey doctor, which means absolutely not a doctor.
Did he?
Okay, 'cause I was like, okay, because
Did he get
dentists
his-
like to call themselves doctors too, and they're, I mean, I
He
feel
went
like
to medical school, I think, at University of Michigan.
He
Shout out
did.
to you.
He did go to medical school, but I don't think he got like a doctorate. I think that's
I see.
not legit.
so he dropped out.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he.
Oh, he was prevented from graduating when
Yeah, there was a
a
scandal.
widowed hairdresser accused him of making a false promise to marriage her. I don't know why you would get kicked out of school
Come
for that,
on.
but that's
yeah,
fine.
that's stupid.
I don't know. That's
That was
social
dumb.
issues.
But I guess back then, like
um,
those things, like you could get fired for like sleeping with a married man or something.
Yeah, character or something or other.
Yeah.
drink.
I mean, who needs to have character?
Hit the bell. Thank you. I wanted a drink, so I said it off. Sorry, that one was accidental. I'm
It's
sorry.
tough. It's a tough one.
My bad.
Okay, I'm gonna
It's
drink
also the
this
past
second
tense
one.
of that and the we are that, right? I don't know if I'm
Drunk?
about to say it. Yep.
No, one more.
You guys are ruining me right now.
Well, we gotta
least
get
you-
started. We gotta have some fun, guys.
I
Okay,
think
let me
it's
read from
really
this wiki.
fine because like I absolutely have nothing to do tomorrow too. I already did my nail appointment. I already did everything last week, so.
Noise.
All I got is some punk ass bosses and Elden Ring to beat. so
Oh
that's
yeah.
all
Oh,
right.
see,
And
there
those
you
little,
go.
Those little
So-
bitches, I beat them drunk and stoned all the time, so it's not
All the
even a
time,
problem.
yeah.
Not
Very
even a
true.
I'm
problem.
at the Rhea Lucaria.
Oh, okay.
final-
So you're like not early, but you're like 30,
Yeah.
40 hours in, something like that, right? Where
yeah,
you at?
I
Like,
think I'm
maybe
coming
the-
up on 40. I'm
something like that?
level 72, I think, and yeah, something
Nice.
like that.
Man, how
Nice,
many
cool.
levels is this game?
Oh,
There's an absurd amount of levels.
you know what? As we get
God.
drunker, we'll work Elden Ring into H.H. Holmes.
Yeah,
so-
sorry. It's just like it's
No.
it's silly, but it's kind of all I want to talk about.
I know, me too, bro. And like, I'll tell you what. Like, I think it was us talking about it the other day, and I was like, oh man, this conversation's never gonna end. But
yeah,
anyway.
exactly. All
So
right.
okay, H.H.
Herman.
Holmes,
Back to Herman.
Yes.
Yeah.
Henry Howard Holmes, which
Sorry,
is
sorry.
Dr. Henry Howard Holmes, which
I
is
mean,
what
see,
he
they
wants.
did call him known as Dr. Henry Howard Holmes.
Right, better known as Dr. Henry Howard Holmes. So H.H. Holmes, which is what we know him as, is his
Yeah.
fake name.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he was an American con artist, and there's a reason why that's first. But he's an American con artist and serial killer, the subject of more than 50 lawsuits in Chicago alone. Despite his confession of 27 murders, including some people who were verifiably still alive, again, can't highlight con artists enough. While awaiting execution, Holmes was convicted and sentenced to death for only one murder, which is
Whoa.
I find very interesting.
Only
That-
one?
Yes, that of
Okay.
accomplice and business partner. Excuse me, Benjamin
Nice.
Pitzel.
Yeah.
Pitzel.
Yeah,
Pitzel. Pitzel. I don't know how to pronounce his fucking name, but I'm gonna say Pitzel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pitzel.
with it.
Pitzel. I like that one. It is
Yeah.
believed
Peitzel? I don't know.
Pitzel?
Yeah, maybe Pitzel.
Pitzel.
It is believed he killed 3 of the Pitzel children as well as 3 mistresses, the child of one of the said mistresses and the sister of another. Holmes was executed in May 7th, 1896, 9 days before his 35th birthday. I'm 35 right now.
Oh.
Food for thought.
There you go.
Wow.
Much of the lore
okay.
surrounding the murder castle, along with many of his alleged crimes, are considered likely exaggerated and fabricated for sensationalist tabloid pieces. Many of these factual inaccuracies have persisted due to the combination of ineffective police investigation and hyperbolic tabloid journalism, which are often cited as historical record.
Okay, so is the murder
So-
castle not like as
We'll get more into that, but I feel like this particular intro to him is like perfect. Like I love the way it's written
Yeah.
on Wikipedia. I wanted to read it verbatim.
and that part
and-
of Wikipedia is true.
yeah,
yeah.
all of this is
Okay.
true. Yeah, this is all true.
Wikipedia is actually at this point, I feel like pretty resourceful spot. I don't
Yeah.
know.
So, quick background for Wikipedia, and I won't really get too deep into it, but like they cite their sources.
Okay, just making
do.
sure
You know,
because I come
important
from
stuff.
old school times where
So-
when I did research,
Where every
my
teacher in the world's like,
right.
you fail if you
yes,
say Wikipedia.
yeah. If you like
Right.
do anything on the internet, it's like a fail. It has
Yeah.
to be like a book that you looked at in the library or some weird shit.
Well, here's
like
here's
that.
the thing that I'm just gonna challenge you on, Mochi, and like just food for thought,
Yeah, because
future.
you said
If you're
that
on
anyone could
Wikipedia,
change it, right?
no, you're right about that. But what I'm trying to tell you is, if you scroll to the bottom of any Wikipedia page, here's all the citations, and they're like labeled throughout. Like you see citation 32 and 38, and it's like literally the
Okay, 'cause,
articles
like,
and
isn't
books
there like
and everything
stories of
where it
people
comes
like
from.
going on Wikipedia pages and like changing it to like
Yeah, but
I'm like a bean or something?
what the?
It's some
Yes, that
stupid
does
shit,
happen,
it's
but then they're
So,
like,
One
There-
of my favorite
yeah.
things, there's this weird Wikipedia thing that happened where there's like a whole community around this argument that's happening on Wikipedia between the what we should call corn page, which is like whether
What?
it's corn or maize, you know what I mean?
Oh,
And, like,
okay.
right.
and so there's this huge debate about like, well, what about popcorn, and about the fact that like there's all these references to things
Uh-huh.
like that are named corn, but also like the maize community is like, well, technically the food's called maize, and it's this whole funny thing. It's like going way
Oh
back.
yeah, I
Yeah.
typed in corn. It said redirected from corn maize. This is
Exactly.
some
So it's
sort
like,
of-
I guess
wow.
maize is winning out now, but like
Wow.
at one point
Okay.
it was corn,
Interesting. I'm feeling like this is
Interesting.
some sort of conspiracy,
Mm.
and before you know it, we're gonna have to do the corn episode in the future.
All right,
so
I'm
just
happy to
remember that.
come back for the corn.
Yeah,
episode.
you're gonna have to come back for the corn. We'll talk all about corn and high fructose corn syrup and how
I
it's
mean, we
ruining
could.
the children of
We-
America.
Definitely could. That's like a whole episode on
You
its
know,
own.
their health, that is. So that's Wikipedia. There's so much there with Wikipedia, but I just kind of wanted to like, let's just talk about him for a sec here. So H.H.
Sure.
Holmes, basically, Mochi, if we're to like really kind of sum him up, he was
Mhm.
a con man that came to Chicago, ran a whole bunch of scams, and like basically conned his way into money and land, and was able to essentially like talk, like he was basically able to get a whole bunch of contractors in to like build this like murder hotel, which was actually on top of like a shopping center, if I'm not mistaken, right, Luke?
Okay.
Yeah, so I think what kind of initially happened was he went to medical school, and for whatever reason he got kicked out or whatever,
Mhm.
but
Mhm.
it was enough to get him to the point where he could be a pharmacist, and so he started his
Yeah,
own
there you go.
pharmacy.
Oh.
And because he had his own pharmacy, he had access to like all these different chemicals and stuff,
Mhm,
and
Right.
so including like things like chloroform and
Yep.
narcotics and stuff like that. And at a certain point, like he had a couple of like friends or whatever, and they would commit like insurance fraud based on like they would take out life insurance policies on each other, and then he would like he would get cadavers from the medical school and things like that to do like tests or whatever, and then like say that body was him, and then collect life insurance on himself. All sorts of crazy stuff.
Yeah. And it basically like snowballed to the point where he took over a pharmacy. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
And then he bought the lot next door to, or like across the street from the
Across
pharmacy.
the street. Yeah.
Created like basically a shopping
In
mall.
Chicago.
Yes, this is
In
all in
Chicago.
Chicago.
All in Chicago.
I
okay.
actually have the spot on the map where everything is.
That's
Like
so
currently it's
scary.
different, but he had bought the lot like across the street, created like a shopping mall. Like essentially was sort of working on this like shopping mall type area that was 2
Uh-huh.
stories. but then like got a bunch of contractors to start building this like hotel, which he called the World's Fair Hotel. I think.
So I guess what was happening too is that the Chicago fire. I don't remember the year of the Chicago fire. But there was pretty much Chicago back in the day in the 1850s or whatever was essentially made out of wood.
Yeah.
And
which we learned this in Chicago. Yeah.
Yeah.
They blamed it on cows somehow, but like
it was something.
You remember
like
what they said?
Woman at a farm, and then like some weird cow situation happened, and then she knocked over something.
Something that like caught fire, and then all of a sudden whatever. But it could have just been some hooligans too. You never know.
What up, Cecil?
Yeah, I think that they said that the cow. I think the fire at the farm.
It started from like a barn. Like they were able
the fire
to like
at the barn was true.
narrow it down to like.
But
the
then I don't
thing.
know about the woman with the cow. I forget.
Yeah, it
they
could have
told
just been
this
some
whole
kids
story.
like
Yeah, it's something about a woman.
Yeah, they
like,
said this whole story, but
the fire definitely started at the farm.
yeah, the fire
That's not
definitely
to
started
be-
at the farm. That's not like
Either way,
that is
Chicago's made out of wood at the time, and so it burns down like pretty much a lot
like
of
real
Chicago
quick. Yeah,
apparently.
Yeah.
It
And,
was a shit ton. Yeah, it's one of like.
Yeah.
So if you look at Chicago's stars, I think excuse me,
Flag.
Chicago's flag. It's got
Yeah.
like stars on it, and I think the fire is like one of them.
Yeah, that's what they said.
Right.
Like each star represented like
like a major
big
event in
event.
Chicago.
a major event in
history.
Chicago and stuff like that. So
So like
So
basically,
so
it was built. It was
in the
like
wake of that,
it was being built up, right? Like
And
you
so
know, like there was
H.H. Holmes
there was a
went in
lot
and-
of opportunity to have things built, and so he had built this like lot. You know what I mean? To develop.
well, and the time in America too, it seems like there were so many people like kind of vagrants and migrant workers and stuff like
Uh-huh.
that. So what it sounded like is that he was able to kind of hire these guys on piecemeal so that no one ever really knew like the construction of the building. Like
Yeah.
it went so far as to the point where he drew his own architectural plans so that no one ever knew that he was putting in like a secret gas chamber and like locking doors that only locked from the outside as opposed
Yeah.
to the in and
shoots that led to the cellar that
so
were just
was
like
he,
in the on the floor.
Was he a serial killer before
No,
Chicago?
no.
not at all. Actually, he was more of a con artist, and like
Yeah.
I think if the opportunity like presented itself to do some kind of insurance scam, he might I'm sure he would have like killed someone or had someone killed to like reap the
I
benefits.
think there was maybe an incident
that might have
where
happened once or twice or something.
he gave someone the wrong drugs and they died, and then he used their body to I think to like sell to a medical institution or something like that. And so essentially he killed someone and then profited off it, that kind of thing.
So it's
'Cause
also
apparently you could sell skeletons to like as like cadavers or like for use in science for like
Yeah.
$200, which at the time, which is like $5,000
which is
now.
like a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can still do that now. Because did you know? I know this doesn't really have anything to do with H.H. Holmes, but did you know that like before Disneyland, all the skeletons that are at Disneyland,
Mm-hmm.
those were all real skeletons that they bought
true.
from
Yeah.
hospitals or whatever
What's
for people who sold their bodies to science. or
What's
whatever.
the chance that one of those is from H.H. Holmes?
That would be really scary.
That'd be fucking crazy.
And if
right?
it is, and it was at like freaking, that's why it's haunted. That's why Disneyland is so fucking haunted. It scares me.
Okay.
You guys, I'm gonna admit something, and you guys are gonna. I've never been to Disneyland in my entire life.
Are you fucking serious?
I
and you're
know, I
from
live in
California.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
man, you gotta go
ridiculous.
to Disney one day.
I mean, you
I know,
don't have to go to Disney. It creeps me out. But I mean, if you're gonna go, I mean, you're from California, so
Disney
you
creeps
should
you
do
out?
that. Yeah, Disney. Like no one thinks Disneyland is creepy. Not even a little bit.
What's creepy
I'm
about it?
being honest, right?
Because are you saying because there's ghosts or what?
One,
a lot
there's
of deaths
ghosts.
there.
There is a lot of deaths. Like
But,
how
like,
they
even
cover
though
it up
they
is
wheel
weird.
them out. They wheelbarrow them out of the property
How they
and then
cover
call
it up,
them,
it's weird.
pronounce them dead like
And then
outside of Disneyland, so then they don't have.
they have
it on
all
the
these
record.
weird animatronics that are kind of old. So then like, I don't know. And there's like all
You know what?
all
You
sorts
still
of
gotta-
kids running around.
You still gotta watch Willy's Wonderland.
And
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Disney just creeps me out. It just
does. Yeah.
It's
I mean,
just
I
weird.
I can see it's kind of an old institution. There's probably some nefarious that's gone on there,
yeah.
especially in the past. I don't know about these days,
Yeah.
but Certainly in the past.
Yeah, so I mean,
Very
and then
true.
like there's this theory about Disneyland, like if you, and someone told me this, I don't know, I haven't been back since, so I can't really check out this theory. But then they said that my friend that likes to go to Disneyland all the time says that there's not really any pigeons that are around, like no birds are around, like Disneyland, like pecking at food or whatever. Even though there are like some crumbs sometimes. Because at other amusement parks, you'll see them. But there really are never any birds around. And they said it's because Disney has some weird shit happening so that the birds don't, like, fly over or around their area.
Whoa, like
So-
it's like a, and I don't mean to bring up something even crazier, but like in Israel, they've got that like missile cage laser thing. I
Yeah.
don't even know.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, it's
see?
like the cradle of defense or whatever.
And
the fuck.
yeah, what if
Yeah.
they have something like that? So I'm like, weird, because I never noticed that. But
Disney's
then, like,
got like satellite lasers that kill pigeons.
yeah, for
never
real.
know.
And you never know because, like, Disney is so big now. Like, it
Yeah, they can do whatever they
is-
want.
They
They
can
got
do whatever
Marvel
the
money and
fuck they want. Yeah, it's like
They got that
crazy.
fucking Marvel money, dog.
It is nuts. But I mean, he
Yeah.
might as well have just made a murder like fucking
Theme
amusement
park?
Yes.
True.
See?
So according
So,
to Britannica.com, it says he was born into a wealthy family.
Oh, so he was rich already.
He was always interested in medicine, and he apparently trapped animals and performed surgery on them.
At a young age too, which we now know is like key serial killer
yes, I was
behavior.
gonna
Right.
say
Oh,
that.
that's a bell.
That I do,
That's a bell. That's a bell.
That I do know because
Dang it.
Jacob always tells me that.
Cecil says body parts were worth a lot of money back then. That's why we killed a lot of fools. Yeah. Yep.
I mean,
Yeah.
true.
Why not?
Have you?
Kill
has
'em.
anyone watched the? Okay, if you haven't watched it, watch the on Hulu. It's a movie called Fresh. That's
Okay.
Oh, that's
about
what that's about. Yeah.
It's about a serial killer.
Oh damn.
Damn, son. Whoops. I'm mixing up all my pages here.
IPAs.
Oh, they're so delicious. Was that 2 bells?
For you, because me and Luke already drank. I don't know about you. Jacob
Um,
likes to skimp out on his.
I'm not skipping
drink.
out. I tally them
Well, to
up.
be fair, he's doing his reading duty.
I'm doing
so I'll
a
give it-
lot.
I mean, you're
You
right.
don't give me any credit for that, but I'm
I
doing a
should
lot
give
here.
you credit.
Though, to be fair, I do also have the same Britannica page pulled up currently.
Oh, nice. I have a lot of pages here queued up. But I was like, I feel like this one's got a good summary. I just didn't want to only rely on Wikipedia this time.
Sure, sure.
He attended middle school in University of Michigan, where he
Mhm.
was a mediocre student, according to them. Yeah, and then it says he was nearly prevented from graduating when a widowed hairdresser accused him of making a false promise to marry her. So, I don't think he got his doctorate, but I think he did graduate.
Yeah.
I mean, but like, if
So-
you graduated medical school, you would have. Well, no, I guess if like
he could have
it's
graduated
like now,
as a pharmacist.
Yeah.
he
you
could have
know what I mean?
graduated.
Yeah, or
yeah.
you could get a master's or something
Yeah.
like that, and then
See,
And
okay,
not
write
pass-
a doctorate.
Yeah,
Cri-
not pass the test or whatever the,
Yeah.
right. Crimemuseum.org says in 1884 Holmes passed his medical exams, and in 85 he moved to Chicago where he got a job working at a pharmacy under the alias Dr. Henry H. Holmes.
Okay.
So whatever, he passed his exams. So what does that mean? I don't know. We got like
Well, you have
pharmacy
to, like,
degree? I
Have,
don't really
You
know
have to
exactly.
pass like exams to
And have a lot of
graduate
time to read.
college. So I
Again,
mean,
the time the times that this is in right here, like if you're a doctor, it's just like, hey, do you like know a little bit about like how
Yeah,
to use
I mean,
mint
true.
or something? Like
Yeah.
it's not like you're not like
it's not like
necessarily-
now.
It's like yeah, it's like the brain surgery was sticking like a hot iron up someone's nose. at
Yeah,
this
or it's like
point,
something
you know
like
what I mean?
that.
It's like-
Yeah.
so
So
I
it's
found
not necessarily. Yeah.
No, you're good. What were you gonna say?
Well, I'm just saying it's like even if he's like this is like kind of the era in America where like we start to like actually use like scientific method to like do some stuff. So
Right.
know, he was still probably getting away with a lot in the way of like even his con artist life mixing in with his medical life. Like, oh yeah, I use this weird tonic, and it was probably just like cocaine and time or something like that.
Right.
Like here's some snake oil and just like a pile of coke. Because that's all they put on everything.
And like you'll feel
back then.
better, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You know, like
Try my super tonic.
Yeah, exactly. Like
So famouspeople.com gives us a pretty good like summation
Nice.
of bullet points.
I like
It
bullet
says,
points.
"Oh, I fucking love bullet points."
Give me the facts.
So it says, while at the University of Michigan, Holmes was involved in a scam of stealing cadavers from the laboratory, performing experiments on them, and claiming insurance money from them. After leaving the university, he spent the next 2 years moving from job to job and running small scams. So that's kind of the thing about H.H. Holmes that we can't forget is that, yes, he was really into medical stuff and he liked to kill animals and fuck around with their skeletons and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, when he became a young adult into his, middle adult years, he was all about scams, to do a scam here and there. He didn't really like want to just live a normal life because he was like, too impatient and he's just a real piece of shit. So he just ran as many scams as he possibly could. He thought he was smarter than everyone else, and we can't forget that like that's a true asshole right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, totally. I mean, I think what's even funny about him is like people have even called him like really charming and dashing, and like he's described as like an attractive. And then we look at that photo and like to be an attractive man in the 1860s just mean like you didn't have gout and scoliosis and like
You just took a shower
whatever else.
every once in a while.
Like,
or
oh, he
I
stands
guess a
up
bath.
straight. Like that's a good
Yeah.
thing, probably.
Yeah.
Like what I
You know
don't
what I
know.
mean?
It's like
He just like talked right. I don't know.
yeah,
I'm just gonna-
He was educated enough to like not just be a bumbling like vagrant. And you're like, oh, that's
Right.
a good man, because he had like like
It's true.
6 or 7 wives or 5 wives. I think,
Yeah,
or something like
something like
Yeah.
that over the course
all
of
of
his
which he
life,
murdered. But
Yeah, they were all at least scammed out of stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So the first person
Yeah.
that he murdered was his wife, or like who's the first person he murdered?
I don't know.
Let me. I can.
I
probably
wasn't.
look that
I
up.
wasn't able to read enough.
And like since he
time.
was like a pharmacist,
know.
did he like murder them with like drugs, or was it like straight
No,
up?
no, no.
Like,
We'll get more into that. Like, okay. So here's the thing about H.H. Holmes is like his record as a serial killer is within the whole murder castle thing, right? Because like once he had that up and running, and even before it was fully built, like he had essentially a hunting ground.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it was like it's like basically, hey, evil villain, I'm gonna give you what looks on the front to be a normal hotel. But it's just a fucking horror show of a building, like a maze, doors going nowhere, all sorts of like options to kill people in the ways you want. Have fun. And that's basically what he had. And he gave it to
was
himself.
so much choice to the point that he eventually got bored of it, and that's right around the time he got caught.
Exactly, because he started to kind of flourish too much, right?
Yeah, so I'm reading here that his probable first victim, because they don't actually know for sure, because again, he was only convicted of one murder.
One murder.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's the
admitted to
thing.
27. Was Julia Connor, the wife of a man who worked in his drugstore, and her daughter, Pearl, who was last seen alive just before Christmas in 1891. I think I remember actually from last podcast on the left was talking about this, that I think it was something to do with he was buying a bunch of chloroform from some guy,
Yeah.
and he was essentially like pumping chloroform into some of those hotel rooms, and then once the body was down, he was also, this is fucked up, but he was like super sexually driven by most of his murders. So he would build peepholes into the hotel rooms and stuff so that he could watch people die and then get freaky while doing so. And and it was something along those lines where the man was like, oh, like I don't know, he blamed it on something like an ailment of some sort, and was like, yeah. And I think even he might have sold her. Yeah, he sold her body to a medical institute to make money. So there you go.
Yep.
Oh.
So yeah, that's kind of the
How
thing about him
scary.
is that he would.
Wow, is there an illustration of this? This is great.
Oh yeah. No, I'm gonna zoom deep into it, but we'll just leave it there.
And
for
it
now.
kind of reminds me. Okay, I will say the way that you were describing how they built, how he like got people to build this murder hotel or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
kind of reminds me of the movie Cube, because they
Yes. Oh,
hired
Yes, I'm so
Yes.
glad that you brought
they
Cube into the
hired different
conversation.
people
That's so
to
great.
create different things, and they didn't know what it was.
Mm-hmm.
So
This will just be our background.
so
from
you
now
know,
I like that.
on.
so I get it. And
Yeah.
everyone who, if you guys haven't watched Cube, because I just watched that recently, that
rules.
movie was good.
It's a wild movie.
Yeah.
It's a wild
I
movie.
mean,
Oh,
it
I'm
is
so glad
like-
you've seen it, Luke.
It is
Yeah,
like
I mean,
crazy, but
It was, no, it's one of those movies that we like. Forget who, like someone put us onto it. Like, watch this movie. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And it was like something we had on like at a party at my house one time or
Oh,
something.
it's
and
so
like
perfect for that.
so you would just kind of like look at it for a second. You're like, what the hell is happening in this movie? It's
mhm,
wild. And so you'd watch it for a couple minutes, then go
Uh-huh.
back to doing whatever you're doing.
yeah.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One time, me and Kevin, Kevin, we miss you.
Co-founder.
Yeah.
Co-founder of the show. I had Kevin chilling with me one day, and I was like, I'm gonna put this movie on. I just put Cube on, and we were just like high as fuck and drinking, and just sat
Yeah.
there and watched Cube, and it was just such a fun time.
Yeah, I
'cause we were
didn't
just
watch Cube until
laughing
recently.
at it.
I think it was like,
great
I
film,
want to say like 3 weeks ago. I watched
Yeah,
Cube for
it was
the
something
very
like that.
first time.
right?
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
so
I remember it being pretty darn violent. Am I right about that?
It was
There's,
like a
some
little. It
serious
was
death scenes.
gory, and the acting was terrible.
yes,
Yeah.
But
That's
it
what's
was
important.
like great still.
That's awesome.
And
Yeah, you know it.
that's what this hotel reminds me of when you were saying that that he hired, different people to
Yeah.
create different things, so that no one really knew
no,
what
that's
was really happening in this hotel. They just
That's
thought
actually-
it was like a regular hotel.
that's a really
Yeah.
good point because it's very true that like
But so
That
does
is
it
what they talk
say
about.
when he wanted, like, what made him think, like, I know he killed people already, but what made him think that he was to
What?
make
What?
the hotel? And also, like,
So-
no,
how do we
here's
know
the thing.
he's
Let's
a,
back it
so
up.
we
Let's back
know
it up.
some stuff, but
Hold
he
on.
was only charged with one murder.
No,
so
let's
is he
back it
really
up.
a serial killer?
Back it up. Back it up. Stop asking weird questions. Back up the truck, and we'll answer some questions before you have the question.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if we
This is like, I will say though that this background of this hotel, right? Okay, I know this is gonna sound weird, but it looks like really nice and like really cartoony. So it makes
that's
me
just the
really like
illustrator.
it. Like I don't have
I will
weird
say I
feelings
think
about it.
that despite him
Yeah.
being a psychopath and person, actually had a little bit of ingenuity to the point where people did look at this hotel as like a destination place to be. Like
that's scary.
yeah, well,
that's
Yeah.
definitely scary to me.
absolutely true. But look, to understand what happened and how he was able to do his stuff, we have to also kind of examine the World's Fair. So,
Oh, yeah.
right. So the World's Fair, right, which is actually called the World's Columbian Exposition, apparently, is what it was originally called, which I have queued up here.
Nice.
So we'll read about this a little bit. So it was called the World's Fair Columbian Exposition, also now known as the Chicago World's Fair.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a World's Fair held in Chicago in 1893 to celebrate the 400th anniversary of Christopher Columbus's arrival in the New World in
Random.
1492. Fuck Christopher Columbus.
yeah, exactly.
The centerpiece of the fair held in Jackson Park, which actually is only 5 blocks from the murder castle, which I was just reading
Yep.
about I think last night.
Mhm.
It was a large water pool representing the voyage Columbus took to the New World. So you can sort of see a picture here.
Is that still in Chicago?
I mean,
Right now?
Jackson
A
Park
version
is.
of it. Yeah,
Yeah. It
Oh, okay.
probably doesn't look
Okay.
exactly like that, but I don't know. I'm not exactly sure. Cecil, if you're in chat, let us know.
Maybe
Chicago,
it's that park that he said was like really ghetto and we should not go to because people get murdered there.
maybe. They probably have
Well, the energy
rehashed
carried over.
it.
Yeah.
Chicago had won the right to host the fair over several other cities, including New York, D.C., St. Louis. The exposition was an influential social and cultural event and had a profound effect on architecture, sanitation, and the arts, Chicago's self-image, and American industrial optimism. So essentially, what was the World's Fair? I mean, From what I understand, it was, just a big ass fair, but it was also the place where we got like the first Ferris wheel. So that's pretty interesting, right? But it just like had a lot of exhibits and people everywhere, and people really wanted to go there.
I've been preaching for a while that I think we should bring back the World's Fair. Like, it's the thing that like the Eiffel Tower was debuted at the French World's Fair.
Nice.
Nice.
Look
at this picture.
It's like it's a place to kind of like bring out all the new tech, all the new medical breakthroughs, all the new like.
Yeah.
So I picture it today being something more like somewhere between the Iron Man 2 like whatever like fair he has there, mixed with like CES, mixed with like E3, mixed with like
right, everything. Yeah.
Disneyland.
So like
I
so
can
it's
get
saying
on that bandwagon. We should do that.
yeah.
I mean, it'd be cool
have it in
too. It'd be
Vegas
somewhere like every 4 years or something,
it in
like the
Vegas.
Olympics.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Every 4 years we'll do like a new thing. I feel like let's
be rad.
bring the World Fair back again.
Okay, yeah.
I think it'd be cool. Or
just
launch
let's
like a spaceship at one or something. Like
Oh.
cool
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh my God, could you imagine?
That would
Many
be really
prominent. Okay, so I'm just gonna read this paragraph. Many prominent
Please.
civic, professional, and commercial leaders from around the U.S. participated in the financing, coordination, and management of the fair, including Chicago shoe company owner Charles Schwab. Wow, Chicago railroad
go.
and manufacturing magnate. This guy, I'm not gonna read that, and Connecticut banking, insurance people, whatever, all threw in their money in there. But it was originally planned during the Gilded Age, which
That's
was
a show, by the way, which I like.
right, which is why I
Right.
said that. Rapid industrial growth, immigration, and class tension. So world's fairs, such as London's 1851 Crystal Palace exhibition, had been
Whoa.
successful in Europe as a way to bring together societies fragmented along class lines. So,
Yeah, but
it's
that really
like-
gonna happen?
it's like what you're saying. Sure, it's showing all this like new technology, all this new stuff, whatever. But then it's also like fun shit, like Ferris wheels.
Well,
right?
because like
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, good times.
yeah, but
Art
it
exhibits.
It could be like that too. I mean,
Anthropological things.
I feel like they should do that. again.
Railway exhibits. They were showing
Yeah,
off
only now it would be
guns,
like
religious stuff.
Elon Musk's tunnel technology.
Yeah, or
Right.
something crazy like
The
that.
way basically, like, if you know anything about Disney, the way I imagine what a World's Fair could be is basically like what Walt Disney imagined for Epcot
right?
Sure.
originally. Like,
Would the World's Fair be like a few days, or would it be just like one
I'm
day?
sure it's
or
like a
how was
weekend.
it? How was it when the World's Fair happened back then?
I think it was weeks long, like to the point of maybe even being like a month long, because specifically
yeah.
because I think during the World's Fair, or even longer maybe, because during the World's Fair I think is when H.H.Holmes, the serial killer, committed a lot of his murders, because I think he was specifically like targeting people who were visiting the fair to come
Yeah.
to the hotel.
yes.
And then while they were there, he figured they were going to be transient, like they were going to be visiting town, so no one would miss them, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And there was enough like vagrancy or migrancy in
Yes.
this time period where like you went to Chicago for the World's Fair and then we never heard from you again, like
Right.
whatever, you went off and got a job or something, like
Right.
again, there's no like internet
You
where
just
you're like, oh,
passed
they haven't
through.
been on Facebook for 2 months, like, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is what I was talking about with paper trails. That, and as well as like the construction of the murder castle. He basically conned all of the contractors out
Yeah.
of like he would be like, okay, do this work and I'll pay you later, and they would do
Okay.
the work and he wouldn't pay them, and he would just fucking brick wall ghost them, and then he would get another contractor group. They would do another portion, and he basically just like didn't pay anyone shit. Right?
Yeah.
So like that's what I mean about paper trails. But then on top of like that, with the murders, no body, no paper trail, right? Because
And it's
Where
not
do
like
you
you're
put
like
all the
reporting to the
bodies?
IRS who your employees are and stuff like that.
Yeah,
you know what I
it's
mean?
none
It
of
doesn't
that
exist
stuff.
at this point.
it's just all open. He could do whatever the fuck he wanted, basically, at this point.
Yeah,
Is
it was
Cecil
to the point where
in-
like the furnace that he burned a
Uh-huh.
lot of the bodies in like the furnace company that he bought the furnace from.
Uh-huh.
He put it in the basement, so it's like a whole thing to like install that furnace.
Yeah.
And then the furnace company that he never paid essentially came and were like, well, hey, there you go. Well, you haven't paid us for your furnace. We're gonna take it back. And he's like, well, for any damages that you do to my hotel as you're taking it out of here, which it's like constructed into the actual hotel itself,
Uh-huh.
like
Mhm.
I'm gonna sue you. And
Yeah.
so the company was essentially like, well, we could either pursue this or we could just like say, screw it, we lost a furnace, like whatever.
Yeah.
That's why.
yeah.
That's why. Like honestly, I would like yes, H.H. Holmes, serial killer, but mostly con man. Like
Yeah.
really, really affluent con man. Like that was his whole. That was like what drove him, and it essentially enabled him.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? In a lot of ways. I'll take a sip.
There you go. Yeah, I think about it a
So-
lot. Like back in the day, it just must have been if you were smart enough to just kind of like understand the systems of things, you must have just been able to be like, screw it, like no one's gonna really call me on.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
there's ways you can do some things these days, clearly, to circumvent systems and such. But Cecil says, Cecil in chat says that like where the World's Fair was, it's long gone. Its original location, Jackson Park, where Museum of Science and Industry is still currently located, south side of Chicago. So I don't think
so
we
they
went
built
over
the
there when
museum.
we visited.
Okay.
oh yeah, you guys just recently went to Chicago, huh?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why we've been apparently talking about a bunch of Chicago shit. Although I think this is maybe the last Chicago week.
Might be because I love Chicago.
Well, I just keep asking Mochi
Chicago.
for
I
the
can't, like-
topic, so she's picking the topics right
I
now.
feel like next week should be strip clubs.
Sure.
So, fun fact. Well, I
That'll
was
be
just
fun.
in Portland a couple weekends ago, and Portland, Oregon has the most strip clubs per
Oh,
capita.
really?
Fuck yeah, cool.
Wow.
That's good to know.
Dang.
What's funny
okay,
about the
okay.
strip clubs in Portland though is it'll just be like kind of like a hipster bar that serves like a lot of like we
What, a
might
lot of
drink PBR.
drinks?
Well, yes, but we drinking like PBR down there. They
Oh,
drink
you said it
a
too.
Beer,
Oh, you
a
said
beer
it
called
twice.
Rainier up there.
That's
But it'll just be like you're just in a little hipster bar. There's like, and then it'll just be like one girl in the corner.
oh damn,
just kinda
really? Just
hanging
like
out.
a solo pull, like in every bar.
Yeah, it's like it's not even. I don't know. It's pretty nonchalant. It's like you're like, oh, I didn't even know that was here.
Damn, we gotta go to-
Whatever.
And
We
then
gotta
it's like,
fucking go
and
to
then they call
Portland.
it a strip club. We gotta go to Portland. But
We definitely gotta go to
before
Portland.
before your strip club comment, Luke, we did want to go to Portland because it's
Portland's,
it's on the
Portland's a
list.
great town. It's
Yeah.
one of those weird cities where like you can feel like you're in like in a metropolis one moment and then super neighborhoody in other
Yeah,
parts
yeah.
and like there's a lot of nature and stuff
Yes.
and the Columbia River goes through it and it's pretty rad. So
Yeah.
I definitely recommend.
Yeah, but we are
Hell
gonna
yeah.
that's what I was gonna tell you. We should do strip clubs next week. So FYI, there you go. You could do your research.
There you go.
I'm down. Okay, so to get back to the topic, so with H.H. Holmes, like think about it, right? You're in this town. There's a World's
Mhm.
Fair going on. It's multiple weeks long, although apparently I just read that apparently it was kind of closed on most Sundays.
Okay, well, because people were like
Right.
really religious back
Is
then
it-
and all.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tons
That's true.
tons of transients everywhere. You just have people walking on the street that are only planning on being there for a couple days.
Sure.
It's easy to make them disappear. That also means there's women walking everywhere, and that's what H.H. Holmes is looking for. That's his
Yeah.
target. So it was like basically a perfect storm. He was already kind of working on his project there. He had already conned his way into essentially taking over that pharmacy and like buying that lot, starting to build his business and his dream murder castle above it,
So did he
Um,
always want to do this?
right?
It
I
seems
don't
like
know,
he
maybe.
always wanted to do this. It seemed like it
Honestly,
was the
this
type
is
of
like his
thing-
dream, right? I mean,
Yeah.
So after he killed his first person, he just
I don't know
really
who
wanted
his
to do
first
something
person is
crazy.
off the top of my head, because like
No,
you
we
keep
talked about it. That
you
might
keep
be
talking
that
about this first person, but I don't think it's about his first person. I honestly feel like H.H. Holmes was like his whole life is building up to the moment where he could have this murder castle to like essentially just
So you think he
experiment
always
and
wanted
fuck
to
around
kill
with people. Honestly,
I mean,
yes.
yeah.
What do you think?
I think about it like this: like, if you have the commitment and time to build like a relatively successful business and like a building itself, like you do the architecture, you hire the people, the construction gets done, you do all the interior design and everything, just so you can like support the weird like maybe sexual inclination to like kill
Yeah.
people, like it's gotta have been something that's been in you since forever.
Yeah, you've
you know
been
what I mean? Like,
basically this is your dream, dude. This is
Yeah.
like some people want to be an artist, right? And you're like thinking your dream is like having that studio apartment covered in easels and paintings
Yeah,
everywhere,
yeah.
and you're like you got some hot chick watching you, and she's
yeah, I'm gonna live
captivated.
in a loft in New York
right?
City and
And
get all
hi-
the scene. Yeah,
And his shit is like every room is full of different torture devices and
gas
shoots,
chambers.
yeah,
and
yeah,
shit.
and shoots down to the fucking basement where it can either burn your body or flay you or do whatever
Yeah.
weird medical
That's
experiments.
so
Like that's what
scary.
his fucking dream was, right?
Okay, let's
Yeah.
go
And
through
it
the
seems
murder
that way.
castle. What's happening here? And it's like I see
No,
some
we'll get
lady-
into it in 1 second, all right? But so with H.H. Holmes, it's getting back to these bullet points, and yeah, here we go. So in August 1886, he arrived in Chicago and immediately got a job at a drugstore owned by Elizabeth S. Holton and her husband, Mr. Houston. Okay, not Holton. Sorry, Mr. Houston.
Mhm.
He mysteriously disappeared in the months that followed and was believed to be dead. Holmes bought the drugstore from Mrs. Houston, who, like her husband, disappeared mysteriously after that. He ran some more scams from the drugstore, and when he had enough money for funding his future plans, he left the business. So, like, he's basically like a virus. He just goes in there, sucks everything up, and then moves on.
Okay.
From the proceeds of his scams at the drugstore, he purchased a piece of land across the street from the drugstore, where he went on to build an elaborate 3-storied hotel, which the locals dubbed as the Castle. Built on 601-603 West 63rd Street, this building would go down in history as the site for all the horrors.
Do we know what it actually looks like on the outside? Do we have a picture
Oh
of what it
yeah,
looks like
I'm
on
gonna
the
show a
outside?
picture in just a sec. The hotel was formerly named the World's Fair Hotel, so he's clearly trying to draw people in, right, who are visiting the World's Fair.
I mean,
Um,
if I was visiting, okay, I'm gonna say, like, let's say I was visiting, like, even now, right?
yeah,
We're visiting a place, the World's Fair. I would go on Google, and then the first thing that pops up, if it says World's Fair Hotel and had like good ratings, I'd be like, okay, I will book that hotel.
right.
So I get it.
It's definitely takes advantage of the time. Like, oh, stuff.
Yeah. See,
Right.
so
Yo, hello, test. You back, Luke?
I'm sorry, we get through a weird thing.
Yeah, we got a little Robotnik happening here. Are you good? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm good. I just sent. You know what it was? I just sent myself an image to send to you, and it probably did something weird.
So what I actually have is a scan of a newspaper clipping, which I'm pulling up right now, and you will see it. So let's pull it up.
okay, let's pull it up.
Windows. All right, here we go. So this is like an actual picture, super zoomed in. So I'm
Okay,
sorry.
don't super zoom in it.
I wasn't
wanna
trying to
see-
super zoom it.
Okay.
Here we go. So this is like an actual newspaper clipping photo of the murder castle.
There you go.
So you can see the
Okay.
turrets, or almost like what a turret would look like, which is like those towers on an actual
Okay.
castle. Where were you sending me stuff through Twitter?
I just
on,
I just sent
Discord?
it in the Odd Valley Live in the Discord.
Oh,
server
okay,
there.
yeah.
Okay.
It's a similar photo, but it might be a little higher quality than that one. But
Oh, yeah, Photoshop.
Okay. Wow.
no, I mean it again. Like you look at this place, especially in 80 something.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Yeah. It does look
Right?
awesome.
Wouldn't you be like captivated by
I
that?
feel like
You're
it
like, oh, looks great.
Yeah, it does look captivating.
Oh.
I'm
Oh.
here. Sorry, it stuttered for a second. Yeah.
We're having some connectivity issues. I'm sorry.
Yeah, like I said, I'm in my garage, and the only bad part about it is it doesn't have the greatest connected. But you know,
Oh, no worries. We got connectivity issues too.
Because
at
Cox
times.
sucks.
Yeah, Cox is is bald.
Hey, we used to have Cox Communications up here. Now
Are you
it's
serious?
Suddenlink, and it's even worse.
Oh.
But,
What's the internet company over there?
it's called Suddenlink Communications. I'm definitely not a fan.
Oh, never even heard of
Oh.
it.
In
Yeah,
Southern California.
We're just north
it was
of the
Time
Comcast.
Warner. Ooh.
Nice. Okay, well, here's another picture. Here, hold on. You might here for a second.
Yeah.
As I bring up your picture. So, hold on 1 second. Let's see. Where's
biggie.
your picture?
I mean, it looks pretty. It
Where'd
does
you send a
look really.
picture?
I would definitely, if I was back in that
don't
time and
see a
I did a
picture
Yelp, I
anywhere.
would definitely go here.
Well, I can't. I don't
Sorry, I
know.
sent it in the Odd Valley Live Discord, but you might not be able to send away for that right now.
Yeah, I tried to look for it. I'm sorry.
Oh, don't worry about
Anyway, there's the picture. That's like, this is from the 1914, dude. So that's the best
Damn.
picture that we can get.
it. It is crazy that this building lived on after him. Like, he was executed before then, and then, like, that was just around for a while. Like, I wonder what they
Did
did
people
with it.
live in there after like he was gone?
Well,
Could've
let's look at this image here. All right, so looking at this doodle someone made, if you just were to look at it, you're like, oh, that's just a hotel. But if you look deeper and deeper,
Okay.
if you look really
to look
closely,
into
okay,
the
so
serial killer's mind.
ooh, yes, thank you.
Thank you for that.
drink. I needed to sip. So
Mhm.
if can you see my mouse moving? No, you cannot.
I can't.
So if you look right above Luke's head to the left of his head, you
Mhm.
can see there's a barber, right?
right.
And then you can see,
Oh, yeah.
someone doing some business to the right
But
of the
that
barber,
doesn't look
right?
like nefarious. It looks
No,
like
no, of course
No,
not.
no, it was legit. It was legit.
That's what I'm
Okay,
saying. Yeah. So
okay.
like basically, you can even like if you look at not like ignoring the stuff on the bottom there.
You
where
should
it's,
start where the door is. Where's the
No,
front
no, no.
door?
Hold on. If you look, there's a cutout that shows like the underground, right?
Okay.
Let's ignore that. Like you see this door right above Luke's head.
Uh-huh.
That would be the door inside. You walk inside and you have like essentially a shopping mall.
So the front
Yeah,
door
right.
is like there.
Right.
Okay.
And so you walk in there and it's just pretty normal.
Mhm.
You can get your hair cut, you could buy some goods, those things,
Mhm,
whatever.
Yeah, there's like a someone's playing a piano and doing some stuff. Like,
Okay.
there's a little lounge.
Okay. It looks nice.
So what I've heard is that the second floor was the place where no one was really allowed, and then obviously the basement was where all the like disposal and terrible shit happened.
Yeah, that's like his lab, basically.
Yeah, but
Okay.
but essentially like the first floor was totally like above board in a lot of
Yeah.
ways. There was businesses that worked there, like
Mhm.
barbershop.
Pretty innocuous.
And there's a bar and there's a thing. Okay.
Right. And then so let's say, okay, so now I want to stay at the hotel, right? So
Okay.
you book a hotel stay, you go into your room, it's kind of normal.
And it's on the
But then-
second floor.
Right.
Actually,
but then
I think it was actually maybe on the third floor, like was the
It was-
legit places, and then the
yeah.
second floor was the place that was all the nefarious shit, like
I think
the,
that's
the
right.
hotel rooms that had locks on the outside and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, so you would go into your room and like it would seem kind of normal, but you couldn't open the door.
Okay. So
and
where's
then-
the room? Use the
you might
pointer. I don't
leave.
even know what's happening right now. Where's your mouse?
No, you can't see my mouse for some reason.
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm sorry, I can't help you with that. But
So this.
I want you to just look, okay? So you see like right above Luke's head here, there's a door,
Yeah.
and inside this door, there's like a chest, and you can see the
Yes.
chest. There's some blood on the floor, sure,
Mhm.
but there's essentially like a box with a tube going into it, and that's actually like what H.H.Holmes liked to do a lot, is to asphyxiate people with gases and stuff.
So how
so,
would
like,
you
he
get
would-
someone in that room?
So
I would
they'd
kind of
pay for a hotel room, and he'd be like, "Cool." Like again, we got to remember that like as weird as this guy is, like apparently he was really charming, and so he would often just like lure people in, like, "Yeah, this is my awesome hotel, and like come on down, I'll show you to your room." And then they get into the room, and he's like, "Oh, just to make sure you're safe, I'll just lock the door for the night," and then you're just trapped in there.
Yeah,
and,
you can
and you're
never
doomed.
get in there again. And he would like basically charm people into, as a joke, why don't you get in this safe? And he would put them in a safe.
How would you get
And they
charmed
would get
into
in
being
the
in the
safe.
safe?
They
I
would get in
understand
the
that
safe.
lady at the top right
would just-
there that's
no.
like stuck.
Hold on.
Cause you're like, but how do you get someone in that weird casket?
No, I'm saying
thing
that
with the
basically,
thing?
like, he would talk people into doing stuff as a lark, and then he would lock it. And then he would just put a bunch of gas in there, and then you would fucking choke to death, and he would just watch you.
That's
You know
sad.
what I mean? And then, you know, like, you could see the lady up here trying to get out of the locked door.
Yeah.
She can't get
she's
out.
so bummed.
She's
I know,
totally
that's
fucked.
so depressing. But I get how
There's
she
this
got stuck
person
in
over
there.
here, like, right above Luke's head, just having a panic attack. That's not good.
That's not
you know
good.
what I mean? There's like some dead person in another room over there. There's all sorts of fucked up shit happening. And then if you look on the third floor, there's like this, there's this like open door that's like sort of a vault, and he would put people in there too, and just close the
That's
door and
so
watch them slowly
scary.
die. There was also rooms that would just have like chutes that would just go down, so you can kind of see that
they said
directly
he
above.
put
Luke's
grease
head.
in them so the bodies would fall
Yeah, they
naturally
would
into the basement.
slip down.
Oh my
And so they fall down
God.
here, and like you could really see like a pile of bodies there, you know,
Oh
plenty
my
of
God.
cadavers to mess around with. And then essentially he would just have like free reign, like a medical like laboratory,
God.
cadavers to operate on. He would like remove their skin and body parts, organs. He would sell them to you know, universities and stuff. He would also sell skeletons and cadavers to universities to make some cash. He would burn some of the bodies.
Ew.
Oh Jesus, I'm just burping a lot. All
Not
sorts
to
of
hurt
crazy
you,
shit.
but
Yeah,
ew
he
to
made
that.
he essentially made a
All sorts of crazy
like
shit.
a con. This is another con of his that he essentially made what he said was like some sort of like initial chiropractic machine that was like, you know, apparently the bottom of that picture there that you were showing there in the basement, there's
Uh-huh.
someone strapped to that like box by all their
Yeah.
limbs. And he said something along the lines
Oh,
of like,
yeah.
I built this chiropractic machine where you like essentially get to stretch out all your stuff, but it was actually just a torture device. so-
Yeah, yeah. It
don't
was like
know.
yeah. Some
I
fucked up
wouldn't-
shit.
I get how like
So there you
people
go.
would be tricked back then, but now it's like no. That's weird.
Yeah.
That's weird.
So
Weird.
yeah, H.H. Holmes is a real asshole.
I don't know if
so
I would be like I don't know if serial killers would be really active today. I mean, there's a lot of stuff.
well, it's easy to catch 'em now.
harder.
Yeah, it's harder to operate as a serial killer these days.
Do you think there are still serial killers?
Yeah, of course. The ones that we don't know about are the successful ones, because people go missing, just disappear. Think
but you
about
don't
some
think
true
that
crime
serial
cases.
killers want to be famous like how it was back then?
Sometimes they do, but I think it's more like, it's not like the 70s, which was like where the most serial
age,
killers came
yeah.
through, you know what I mean, golden age, because it was like the perfect storm. Nowadays it's like people murder and they don't want to get caught, and so they're doing their best to not be caught.
Do you think that H.H. Holmes wanted to be like famous for what he did, or he?
I think he's a little different than like
I don't know.
I think the it's more of, I think this was the age, like, you know, in the 1860s and well, I guess for him it was more like 1880s. This,
Yeah.
After the Civil War.
Mm-hmm.
This is during the like Andrew Carnegie and the Rockefeller era. So this is like the beginning of like enterprise business moguls being like kind of American celebrities.
Mhm.
And so I felt like he more wanted to be looked at as like this like medical kind of entrepreneur,
Mhm.
like Chicago celebrity, like as far as being a business owner, and like that, but yet him being so nefarious background was like what he got off on. Like the fact that like I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
later, like in his confession, he talks about like he seems like he's very full of himself, like very much like I'm better than all of you peasants kind of thing.
Right. Yeah, it wasn't so much
Yeah.
about the recognition. It was just the fact that like, and like this is really basically every serial killer, like essentially, but they get off on pulling one over on you. I mean, look at Zodiac, right? Or not Zodiac, fucking what's the one that would dress up in the BTK? Look at BTK.
Yeah, BTK.
Perfect example. It's like, oh, I have a normal family life. I'm a wholesome like scout leader. You know what I mean? But in his off time, he's dressing up in drag and like, taking pictures of himself and like murdering women. But like he's like the nice guy on the block. and he gets off on having the double life and like duping people. Like that's the thing about H.H. Holmes. Con man is the core of his fucking being. And what's more being a con man than like duping everyone into thinking you're not a murderous piece of shit.
Not murderous.
You know what I mean?
Killer.
Yeah.
Right. And hit it again because I said it.
And
that's two.
And the fact that like pretty much at any point he felt like he had the power, especially within his castle.
Right. It's all about being powerful. Like literally, you are death. You are God. You are Hades and you are Zeus. You know what I mean? You're everything. It's just up to you.
I'll never. This.
You want to kill someone?
I'll never.
You want to
stay at an
spare
Airbnb,
someone?
ever.
You know what I mean?
I'll never go to an Airbnb.
Occasionally get me that way because I'm like, there's no like corporate structure above you, like making sure
No.
that you're like all dialed in.
Yeah, no, definitely
You can
not.
fake all that shit that like people have on like, your transactions on your whatever app.
Sure. Or just
Right.
like leave the app and call it good. You know what I mean? Like it
Yeah.
depends.
Right.
Like,
Yeah. See, so I don't trust Airbnbs now because of
Okay.
this too.
So I'm gonna
we
read.
stayed. Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna read some shit. Sorry, Luke. What were you gonna say? Go ahead and say your.
Well, I
sentence.
was gonna say we stayed in an Airbnb in Oregon. We were up there visiting some friends on my wife's birthday a couple years ago, and I'm pretty sure this is illegal, but the person had cameras like everywhere, like not not in the bedrooms, not in the bathrooms or anything, but like in hallways, in the entrances, in the backyard area, which like I get in some ways, but like she would text us like while we were doing things like, "Hey, don't move that table," and
What?
it was like
Oh my
so
God.
creepy. We're like,
No.
no, like what the fuck?
That
No,
means
I'll
that,
put a
like,
cigarette
she's
out on your table,
really
bitch.
watching you.
She's just sitting there watching us
Just
do
kidding.
whatever we do. Like,
Yes.
don't mess up my house. And
Yeah,
it
and-
made me so uncomfortable. And we gave her
she's
a really bad review. And
Flicking
we
her
left.
clit
But
the whole time. You know what I mean?
yeah, exactly. I was like, what kind of weird voyeurism? I don't know. It was very
I'm not
see,
into that,
this
no.
See, this is why
no,
I
it
don't
freaked
trust
me. It gave me
Airbnbs.
a negative impression. That's for sure.
Yeah.
All of the stuffed animals, make sure you
God.
just put them down and face the eyes toward the wall. You know what I mean?
The random decor on the wall that says like "Welcome home." Yeah.
There's a fucking camera in there.
God.
Don't fuck
But see,
in the
if
kitchen.
anyone
You
was
know what I
gonna,
mean?
if anyone was gonna do like a copycat murder hotel, I feel like it would be a murder B&B, especially like here in Vegas.
Murder B&B. That's a good name.
Like seriously, because
I like that.
it's-
Man, that should have been the title of the episode.
Like here in Vegas, they are renting out like the Airbnbs. A lot of Airbnbs are like mansion types now
Okay.
to
Wow.
like draw people in because it does
I
cost
mean,
a lot to
that's
stay on the
tight.
strip. So
Totally.
they have people buy mansions and then they redo it to be like Vegas style or whatever.
Sure,
it
sure.
draws everybody in. And then you never know what the
Lot
fuck
of
they
neon.
can build in there.
Sure.
Because there are like multiple rooms. Like there's this one Airbnb that I saw that has like I think like 12 rooms and a casitas or something. And then they do it like they decorate it every like different style. Like who the
Sure,
fuck knows what's going on in there? I
Yeah,
don't know.
I mean, don't
would-
trust
I would
strangers.
assume a lot of like porn shoots.
I mean, I'm sure like they
This
do a
is
lot of
what's
porn
happening.
shoots in there. But you
They
could
came on every
definitely-
surface.
Yeah.
Okay,
Could
just-
definitely become a serial
there's all
killer.
sorts of cum everywhere. Okay, sure.
Damn.
Yep.
Serial killer really got us this episode. That's really the one that's getting us.
You fuck.
Really.
Good.
But
Let's have a pulse check. How's everybody feeling right now? You feeling pretty drunk?
I'm getting a little tipsy, no doubt about it.
I'm feeling pretty drunk right now.
Considering making a tequila on the side here. We'll see.
Okay, I like your
mean,
style.
we could.
Okay, let me read this shit.
If you do
Let
one,
me read this shit.
I'll do one.
Yeah.
Not
Right on.
tequila shot,
Alright.
but
Extra shot? You guys want to do an extra? Y'all
I
are
kind of like
crazy.
I kind
Y'all
of
are
like
crazy.
a midway or whatever way shot.
Like,
that
ooh,
we got
midway
going on.
shot. Yes, I
It's
could do
cool,
one.
you know
There
what?
you go.
I'm about to get
Let's
us.
make it happen.
I'm about to make sure we have Taco Bell after this anyway, because it's real cheap.
No, Del Taco because there's shrimp tacos.
No, well, if you're buying, I'm just
Yeah.
saying Taco Bell's
They're
really
$100.
cheap.
Yeah.
The hotel which will later become one of the most infamous buildings in the history of America, was a complete maze with a host of rooms, deceptive doors and hallways, stairways that would mislead people, and a number of other confusing and misleading structures. It was constructed in such a way that none of his victims could find a way out in case they tried to escape.
Can you imagine? My
It's
gosh, you're
fucking
walking down a
terrifying.
hallway and you're like, oh, this stairway that I thought was my way out just goes to nowhere, and you're just screwed.
This door is bricks.
That
this
is
door
really scary.
is just bricks.
That's what I'm saying. Because like when
I
I
don't like
watched that American Horror Story season where like it showed the hotel and then it was like weird shit happening and then like people walked through hallways and then it ended to nowhere and then all of a sudden you were fucking trapped. That is scary.
Is that what happened in that season?
Yes.
Oh yeah, so it
That's
probably
pretty
was. I'm sure it was.
Yeah, like
H.H.
because there
Holmes
was
stuff.
like there
Actually,
was
then,
like
but-
vampire stuff, but then there was also the parts where like
Mm.
because like there was this ghost
All I- look,
of
all I-
this
all I re-
hotelier
Yeah.
who was I think H.H. Holmes because he
Right on.
would
Do you have a mustache?
no he didn't because
Then you know what?
That's
'Cause it
not.
was-
That's
That's
on the
not
real, is
H.H.
it?
No,
Holmes. That's
because-
not H.H. Holmes.
because they were trying to make him look like attractive because they said H.H. Holmes was supposed to be like
You trying to
charming.
say H.H.
Dashing.
Holmes isn't
Yeah, so
slightly
then, like,
attractive?
So then they tried to make whatever the new charming is for these day and ages, which is what's his face?
He was no Gilbert
Evan
Gottfried.
Peterson or
Gilbert
Evan
Gottfried.
Evan Peterson's is trashy hot. You know what I mean?
Is he? I feel like he's just regular hot.
Okay.
Just
well, I don't know.
regular.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
you know.
I feel like he's kind of trashy hot.
But
The hotel, which will later become one of... No, I read that. Post the opening of the hotel in 1893, Holmes lured many victims, mostly females, so that's you, Mochi, into one of the many
he
rooms.
wouldn't have lured me because I would have been like, I would
You
think I
would've
would be a
been-
little smart about it.
You would have been sucked right in. Into one of the many
Yikes.
rooms
Maybe.
in the hotel, which he had designed specifically for killing them. His methods were grotesque and ranged from hanging his victims to suffocating them, or leaving them in a vault to die of hunger and thirst. After
Ugh.
killing them, he would either dispose of the bodies by burying them in lime pits, or perform experiments on them and later sell the skeleton and the remaining organs to medical schools.
I feel like I would, if I was in that hotel, I feel like I would really hope that I would be in one of the rooms where like you die from
there you go.
hanging so that you could just die real quick. I don't like that weird like trapped and starving and
yeah, it's
I think the gas.
fucked up.
As much as like you probably figure it out in those last moments, and then you're freaked. Like it's probably the best way to go because all
Yeah.
you do is kind of choke on air and
yeah, or the gas. Like I
They
don't
probably,
like the weird
vomit or
like
something, yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
like the
Let's look
weird
at
like
some
shoot.
blueprints and stuff.
I don't want the weird
There you
drop
go.
shoot because you might like just injure yourself and you're still alive and you're in pain.
then you just know how screwed. Pretty
Yeah.
much, if I die from a terrible serial murder, I just don't want to really like know.
I like
That
how
I'm-
you
that I'm
skirted that
fucked.
serial
Yeah.
murder.
Very nice.
Oh.
No, remember what I said though? Is that if you separate the words, it still counts.
Fuck.
So y'all
Okay.
said it 3 times.
Damn you.
Cheers. I mean, I set the rules earlier to so that I could fucking catch you on this shit.
I gotta go re-up on beer, so 2 seconds.
Okay.
I'll be
2
back.
Oh, no
seconds.
worries. So for the interim, Mochi, take a look at these blueprints. What do you think?
I don't even know what the fuck I'm looking at right here. It's like really weird. And then we're gonna do a mid shot with
Isn't
Luke,
it-
so you gotta
Want to do a mid shot?
maybe.
I'm gonna pour you a mid shot
Yeah,
because
because
I'm
no,
gonna be
I told-
driving to
yeah,
the
I
short
told-
distance to the taco place.
Yes, I told Luke that if he takes a mid shot, I will do a mid shot. So we gotta get ready just in case.
I like this mid shot. I've never heard the term mid shot, and that's like a thing. If you are watching the show live, what's up?
We don't normally do mid shot.
You know, people aren't really talking in chat much. And I'm not trying to say I'm like upset about it, but all I want to say is hello. I appreciate you for watching, and I hope that I hope you're enjoying the show and you're interested in the topic today.
I mean, I feel like H.H. Holmes is a good topic. I feel
Oh
like
yeah, no. I mean, dude, serial killers are always a good topic because it's just fascinating. Like, here's the thing. I couldn't ever see myself like murder someone ever.
I
You
feel
know
like
what I mean? It's like I don't know, man. I I
Okay,
just thinking if I
this-
really think about it, like I honestly get really emotional, and I think about like what would
see
it
me,
be
bitch.
like.
Are you gonna do a mid shot with me? Are you
What
gonna
up,
do a
see me,
mid
bitch?
shot with us? Because I feel like you should do a mid shot with us. I mean, it's Friday. We had a long week.
This is H.H.Holmes.
You had a half long
first wife.
week, but it probably felt like a full long week. But also
Here's
I'm
H.H.Holmes.
glad you're safe from going to like Ghetto's Meadows because
Ghetto's Meadows. What does that mean? She went to Meadows Mall.
yeah, she did.
You know,
She
you
had to
shouldn't
go
call
there.
it. You know, I don't think you should call them Ghetto's Meadows. It's a mall. You know what I mean?
They which had cockroaches.
Cucarachas. No, I
Yeah,
don't like that.
in the
Dude, all right, so
freaking food court.
Luke is rejoining us. What's up, bro? This is actually
back.
H.H. Holmes' portrait from
Whoa.
University of Michigan. So
I
he's
mean,
always had the dope
okay,
ass
if
mustache.
I was a girl back in the
Look
day,
at the mustache.
I probably
that
would
mustache.
find him attractive. I guess. Like, I
Look at
don't
the
know.
curls in his hair.
Like,
Again, he doesn't have
See me, bitch says
polio. He's got both his knees.
he's not
I
like
mean,
dying
yeah.
of bumps all over his body and shit.
Yeah, there's no
yeah.
measles or anything.
I mean, look,
Yeah, he's doing all right.
yeah.
see me,
yeah.
bitch is intrigued, and that means that's a good topic. So let's see it. What are
Oh,
the pictures?
because I
Oh, here's
did-
another picture.
I did have to warn.
Look at
I
this.
did have to warn her because see me, bitch is a little. She's a scaredy cat. She doesn't like
Sure.
scary stuff. So I said, the podcast this week will be about a serial killer.
A wee bit gold star.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
because
for
she's
real.
kind of like me, but I feel like I'm more paranoid than
So,
her. Cause
I've switched over to something far trashier, and
oh,
you got the
okay.
Modelo
Okay.
Chelada.
which someone left in my fridge, which
Dude.
I'm now gonna enjoy.
I love a michelada. I'm Mexican.
That's what our
you know
podcast.
I mean?
I feel like
good
that's
times.
what our podcast is for. If you have leftover beer that you don't really want to drink because people left that shit over, just fucking drink
Yeah, drink
that
it.
shit.
Open that.
Yeah,
Crack
just
that
crack
bitch
it open and just do it.
So look, there's something to
Pretty good.
me that's haunting about blueprint photos for the murder castle.
Oh yeah,
Because it takes, you know what I mean? It's like taking like the fucked up nature of like literally murder castle and putting it like on paper. You know what I mean? The way it's like
Yeah.
it needs to be this dimension, that dimension. You know what I mean? Like there's something
Yeah.
about turning human life into something so trivial as like height, width, and depth.
architectural
You know what I mean?
plans. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
fucking like makes the hair on the back of my neck stand
And no
up.
one knows, like, they say
so
that no
anyway,
one knows
here's
how
another
many
good
people he
diagram.
really killed, right? Like,
It
It could be one. It could be 200. You know what I mean? Like honestly,
Legit,
you never know.
yeah.
You really never
Because-
know with serial killers.
So one of the
That's a bump.
ones that is fairly like, I mean, it's not. I don't know that it's. Okay, there you go. It's not. I don't know that it's fully proven or whatnot, but they're pretty sure is one of his wives. I think it was maybe his second or even third wife. Had a kid, or no, you know what it was? I think it was a fiance. I don't think they were ever actually married. But she got pregnant, and at the time he was in debt to so many people, and the money was starting to run out. Like like people were starting to get wise to whatever, and she was like, I'm about to have this kid. You have to marry me. And he's like, okay, I'll marry you, but like you have to have an abortion.
Fuck.
She was like, okay, and he's like, I'll perform the abortion. Don't worry about it. I'm a medical doctor. And right as like he was gonna perform the abortion, he essentially led her into one of those terrifying rooms,
oh my
and
god.
and then just gassed her to death,
Whew.
and that was the end of it.
Oh
That's
my
so dark, dude.
God, What the?
So here's
So gnarly.
here's like a diagram of like
There's the
what
back
could happen.
room, hallway,
Yeah, the maze
laboratories, trap
Asphyxiation
door.
chamber.
from the third
Yeah.
floor. Yeah, asphyxiation chamber.
The
Asphyxiation chamber.
hanging secret chamber,
Yep.
So gnarly.
bathroom with hidden stairs to basement.
Sealed room.
Blind room.
Blind room.
Shoot
What the
from room to basement.
What is
Secret
the
hiding
blind
place
room? Is it like dark?
I'm assuming.
Yeah,
I'm assuming
no
it might be
light
a room.
whatsoever.
Yeah, maybe no light. Maybe turns it off, or maybe it's a room where he peeps on people from. Who knows?
Maybe.
Oh my.
He
God.
had like it's like you ever seen Silence of the Lambs?
Sure.
Like when he has the night vision goggles on and fucking
yeah.
what's her name is like all blind and she's got the gun and she doesn't know
Ugh.
what's going on in there. 5-door room.
What the hell is the 5-door?
I don't know.
room?
Sounds fucked
you
up.
just get
Dark room.
disoriented in there. You're like, which door did I come through? Who knows what's happening here?
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
See? So Wallace and 63rd. The
All right.
reported layout of the
Good to
second
know.
floor of the murder mansion of H.H. Holmes because it was right above the businesses below. Could this floor consist just storage space? So that's sort of the thing is like there's all this talk and again, let me just like, everything we're saying here is not confirmed 100% because
Yeah.
there's a good chance that it was like hyperbolic reporting overblew everything that was happening
Okay,
here. You know what I
okay.
mean? So it's possible that it wasn't as like intense as we imagined, but like, the human imagination,
might be,
especially
like,
with
intense
mortality,
for that
you know what I
time.
mean? Like we're
Well, yeah.
scared, right? So like we want to think of the worst because we want to avoid it. We want to be able to use fear to survive, you know what I mean? So I could see
And
why
I think and I think regardless, like, there's just so much unchecked stuff from, like, yeah, we might not be able to verify it, but the fact that all of this was so ubiquitously reported on, even
Right.
if it was visualized, it had to have some sort of root in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. See,
Yeah, yeah,
Rich
totally.
Says, I'm
I'm with
never
you there for
staying
the
at anyone's
counterpoint, yeah.
house now. True. You should never stay at someone's house unless you
Okay.
know who the fuck that is, because you
So-
can't trust people. You just can't.
So my thought is that
Mhm.
like, like, as much as this is an awful, terrible thing, I think there could be something there as far as like a spooky horror franchised hotel chain today. You know what I mean?
Oh
Like,
yeah, absolutely.
you don't actually kill people in it, obviously. That'd be bad. But like, like with some cool trapdoor, secret maze hotels type of stuff. I think there'd be some people who'd be into
Okay,
that.
yeah. So like when they do those haunted houses where you sign a waiver and they could grab you and like trap you
Exactly.
and tie you up
And
and
then
stuff.
you should have a real, and it
That
would
would
be a
be
haunted hotel.
once
Okay,
yeah, that'd be
look,
something.
I mean,
I'd
it
be
would.
terrified, but some people would like it.
Some
Yeah.
people will like it, yeah, because people.
I mean, some people might come to that. You know what I mean?
yeah, because they do have that. In LA, they do that. They have
Right, yeah.
They have the
Isn't
haunted.
that the Queen Mary?
No,
Queen
okay.
Mary the boat, right?
Yes, Queen Mary the boat, but there was this. Okay,
Yeah,
and now that I think about
Right.
this, like,
yeah.
I'm gonna tell you it. I'm gonna tell you an incident, and I don't know if this was just a serial killer trying to
Oh.
lure me in.
That's a bell.
Okay,
Oh no.
here we go. Okay,
By the way, I got the daytime day right now.
but I did get a
IPA, I
message.
think.
Nice.
IPA.
I did get a message. It was like a ad or something that said that in California,
What
in
was it
LA,
called? What was it called?
they were doing Camp Crystal Lake, and it was
Whoa.
like so it was a Camp Crystal Lake thing, and it was a camping, like, scary haunted house type of deal, kind of like not Scary Farm, but it was like camping, and it was in
Okay.
LA, and you could buy tickets to do this thing, but when you go, you have to sign a waiver because they could take you. They could
Whoa.
basically like take you and
No
like
me gusta.
do like torture stuff, but not really like
Mm.
Yeah. it would be
hurt
like,
you per se, but like,
Whoa.
you know, like take you, tie you up, put you in handcuffs,
Into a room or something,
and
yeah.
and do weird shit to you, and they could take you at any time. You're camping with your friends, so you're basically like doing a camping experience with a whole bunch of people.
It's
But
kind
then
of like it's kind of like Friday the 13th.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah, and then like,
Interesting.
and you have to sign this waiver, and then at the end of like the next day, you could like you're free or something, or if
Yeah,
you're not
sure.
taking your
That,
free.
I mean, it's wild. I guess at some point you're gonna get out of there, but it's got to be freaky.
But yeah, but
I,
it's scary.
I went to this haunted house when I was a little younger, like in my teenage years,
Mhm.
in Vallejo, California, which is just north of San Francisco or just
Mhm.
north of Oakland, and it was terrifying. It was one of those places, yeah, you sign a waiver, and like we went through a room at one point where there was just like all this like fog, and, like more than a couple feet in front of you, and all of a sudden all these clowns with chainsaws came out of nowhere.
Oh
And they, like,
no!
yeah, and they led you into this
No.
room, and they like strapped you down on this table, and some guy like came and pretended to chainsaw you in half. It was terrifying. I was very scared.
See,
Yeah, thank you
But,
to Theme Park HD for this footage here.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
it's
this
like,
is wild.
Yeah,
so
man.
when they message
play
this
the whole
thing
video right now if I
to
could.
me, like as you said, I'm like, why would I ever do that? And second of all, like,
It's because they think that they think
I mean,
you're fun.
like,
You know,
also,
you're not as fun as they think you are.
and also, like, couldn't serial killers get away with stuff like that? Because technically, you're signing a waiver that you're gonna get hurt.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? So isn't
What
that
you're describing
how,
to me right
that's
now-
how serial killers could operate now?
What you're
because
des-
people are crazy like that. They would do weird shit.
What you're describing to me right now is a great movie, and I would watch that movie. That's an A24
Yeah,
if I
sure,
ever
sure.
seen it.
It is an A24. I've heard there's a new movie called X I really want to see. That's
Oh
Dude,
yeah,
apparently.
I want to
please.
see that. I want to see
Please
that too.
can we
I'm
watch
not,
X?
I'm not like a scary movie
Sure.
fan.
But
I do-
Are you saying that and lying? Because I feel like over the years I've sort of made
Okay.
you a little bit of a horror movie fan.
I am a horror movie fan right now, like a slightly.
Recently, sort of.
Because I
right? Because
do,
I've forced her
like-
to watch a shit ton of scary movies.
If it's a good scary movie, I will be down with it. It's just
Yeah,
that
yeah.
like the thing is, I
She's
get
not really
scared.
into the gore.
Like I get really
Yeah,
scared, and
Give me gore, dude. I'm
I
down.
don't like gore. But if it's a good like story, like really good like scary story, I'll be down with it. But like I will
Yeah,
be
yeah.
really scared. So if you
Uh-huh.
watch it with me, you have to be prepared that like if I can't sleep, I'm gonna wake you
that's
up.
on you. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
that's
gonna
on
wake you up. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be
No,
like,
that's
if you're
fair.
if you're dead asleep because you could
That's
sleep
fair.
just fine with it, I'm gonna wake you up and you're gonna stay up with me because I'm terrified.
No,
Like,
here's
What
the
about,
thing. Like every
you got a gamer guy in your house. Do you ever watch him play horror games? Or
Oh
is
yeah,
that too
I
much?
do. So like
Sort of.
sometimes I will
She
watch
can't-
him
she can't handle games because like she's
because
got
I get motion
really
sickness.
bad motion sickness.
So like
Oh,
I can't
yeah,
watch
for
a
sure.
lot of
You know what I
stuff,
mean?
but then I will occasionally like watch him play like there was this one that like
Which game?
really scared me because there was like kind of weird shit happening. I want to say it was that
Which game?
I feel like it was the one where you were. It's kind of similar to the game you're playing now, the Elden Rings thing.
Oh, Bloodborne.
Yeah, and then there's like
Ah,
weird
yeah.
images of like these like creepy monsters or something like that.
A lot of creepy monsters in Bloodborne for
Yeah.
It was probably Bloodborne.
Because I do.
sure. I'm gonna go back to Bloodborne now that I've been playing a lot of Elden Ring and
Holy
find
shit,
It was
man!
probably that,
Bloodborne is
yeah,
one of my
because, like,
favorite
I
games
have,
ever. So good.
I have sometimes, and I tell Jacob this. Sometimes I have night terrors.
Oh, sure.
But not like where I wake up, but where like I can't move, but I feel like I see stuff.
Oh, that's sleep. That's
Yeah,
sleep
I've
paralysis.
never experienced that before, but people talk about it, and that's terrifying.
Yeah,
That's
and it's,
that's called
like-
sleep paralysis.
Yeah, so I have like
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
I
there it
get
is.
sleep paralysis every once in a while where I feel
Yeah.
like I know I'm awake. I know I'm dreaming.
but
but,
you're
like,
paralyzed,
I'm awake and I can't move.
and then you're also hallucinating.
Yes, and it's
Yeah.
like and it's
Mhm.
my own. It's my like in my room and it's my room and I
Right.
see it
Yeah.
and I see like shadow things.
Yep. That's sleep
And then
paralysis.
so,
yeah,
like-
that's all symptoms of it for
Yeah,
sure.
so
Yep,
like I
it's
can't and then I
telltale.
can't move. I keep on telling myself you just need to wake up. It's just a dream. You just need to wake up. It's just a dream. And then like I'll do like I'll like say, "Oh, okay, just move your arm. Just fucking move
it's
your
just
arm."
like George from Evil.
yeah, if you
right?
move your fucking arm,
Yeah,
like you're awake. So
yeah.
when we watch these things or when I see him play these things, sometimes
It'll bleed
yes,
over.
it
Yeah.
it
Trigger
feels
that
like
sort of thing.
it feels like it could be real. So then it scares me. So then
Okay, now
I'll watch it.
imagine maybe it's tonight you'll have this dream. Imagine that, but you're
no.
trapped in a room where the door won't open.
I know that's
and
why it's
someone's
scary.
gonna pump gas in there, or maybe there's a chute that leads to the basement where you're gonna break like all of your legs, have compound
And
fractures.
That's
think
why
like,
it's
oh, this is
scary.
maybe my one way out, and you go there, and it's just,
And
oh,
it's
you're
not.
just gonna die.
See?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why it's scary. That's
That's
why
H.H. Holmes.
That's why I have the
There it is.
Night Stalker lock. And now
Urban.
I'm never gonna
True.
stay at an Airbnb because of
It
these
helps her
serial
sleep.
killers.
It helps her sleep. So okay. So let's get into a couple other fun links I have. Cheers to all y'all.
I'm gonna do the mid. Well, it's not
Oh,
really
Luke,
mid podcast shot, but it's
Mo-
like almost.
Yeah, we're kind of getting close to the end. Mochi
Getting
Squeeze wants to
towards
take a shot. Of
it's
a
mid.
I like
small-
it. I got
small
one.
shot.
Yeah, let's do it.
So the
Happy.
two of you can.
Happy.
I'm gonna be driving to
To get
very
us shrimp tacos.
very short distance to the Del Taco.
Ah,
It's like at the corner.
It's literally across the street, so it's not really a
good,
big
good,
deal.
good. You
But
do
y'all can take your shot and have a good time, and I'll absolve you to 2 bells.
See me, bitch.
Two
we took
bells.
the mid podcast shot, so you should take it with me.
Yeah,
Solid.
take it.
Mhm.
So I have a few interesting links, and then I also have a game to play to see how much information you
Oh
guys
wait,
have
but
returned.
you should show them what the H.H.Holmes what it looks like now, because it's like replaced
That's
with like
okay. Just yes,
Nice.
and thank you, but I'm gonna just get into a few things. I'm gonna make it real quick. All right. So first of all, this is the Google Maps of where the murder castle used to be. So 611 West 63rd Street, Chicago, Illinois. You
Yep.
can see the map right there. So if you're interested, it's on the corner of 63 and
Looks like there's Walgreens nearby. That's good.
yeah.
Pick up your
which is
other, you know.
appropriate since
And
he
whatever
used
it
to
is.
be
What's
a
the
Which,
street?
farm.
oddly enough, there's probably a pharmacy there.
Yeah, which
Yes.
Look
is
across the street. Yeah.
Mhm.
pretty terrifying because
That is ultimately terrifying.
yeah,
but,
very
yeah.
terrifying. But
You
anyway,
know what else is terrifying?
here's
I
the
just
spot.
I just signed up for health insurance a couple days ago, and holy crap, that costs a lot of money.
Oh yes,
yikes.
it does. It's
Yeah, big
fucking
yikes.
terrible. I know. Tell me
Almost
about
as
it.
scary as H.H.Holmes.
Yeah.
How much money I'm
Yeah,
gonna be
I'm
paying.
gonna tell you
How much
right-
money I'm going to be paying to.
Yes.
This
God.
this link right here is CBS Chicago doing like a haunting story on
Ooh,
the
cool.
like where the so where the actual address is now, which used to be the murder castle, is now
Mhm.
post office. So you can
Whoa.
see and I'm gonna cut the audio here, but you
I
can
wonder
see
if like the
this
workers.
this is the actual location. You could see it here.
Crazy.
This is used to be where the murder castle was. So
Oh, do
really
they
interesting
do-
stuff.
Do people say it's
um,
haunted at that? that-
Yeah, of course. Why wouldn't it be? But this kind of just goes on and on about the whole story of H.H. Holmes.
Okay.
But I'm not sure exactly how much ghost stuff is happening. But I just thought it was really interesting to kind of show this is the property. This is where
yeah.
where it used to stand is now a post office. So there
I
you go.
would not want to work at that post
Thought it was
office
pretty interesting.
because people could
let's
still
move on
like
to the
murder
next
you
thing.
there.
Here, you can go to H.H. Holmes' actual gravesite if you'd like. Find a.
Oh, he has a
What do you think?
gravesite?
Yeah,
Where?
I think it's unmarked. This is findagrave.com.
Ah,
If you don't know about findagrave.com, please visit the website. It is an
Nice.
Is he
incredible
buried in
place.
Chicago?
Yes, he is. So he
And in unmarked
he
grave?
died in Philadelphia. That's where he was put to death. But his excuse me, his plot is in Philadelphia too.
Oh, I was gonna say yeah,
um,
because what
So
if
it's
he didn't
plot.
have any family members? Like, who would bring him back to Chicago?
No, you're right. You're right. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm drunk. So
See,
my
told
bad.
you about the,
But
you know,
he's at the
And
Holy
you know.
Cross Cemetery in Geedon, Delaware County, Pennsylvania.
Interesting.
Sector
Oh.
15, Range 10, Lot 41, Graves 3 and 4 is where his body
why
lies.
is it 3 and 4?
And here's
yeah, that
a
is
picture
interesting
of
that
it.
it's two.
yeah, why is it
It's-
2?
I
What
think
the
it's-
fuck?
One's his head and the other
Yeah.
part's his
I
body.
know.
I think
it's
so, too.
like-
I'm pretty sure his body is like in this unmarked location.
Huh. Interesting.
You know what I mean? But this is all the pictures. But yeah. So I found this link to be very interesting.
Nice.
I was like, wow, look, you
Okay.
can find his fucking grave. I also
America's
had to.
first serial killer.
Whoa, you
Is
know what?
he
This is
really?
interesting.
Is he really?
This
the
is
first
really
serial
interesting.
Killer?
That's two bell. Well, we
kind
only have to
of-
do one bell, right? Because we're kind of absolved.
No, you guys shouldn't even be drinking at all. I
Oh,
said that
cool.
you guys are
Well, we
absolved
did
for
it
two
anyways.
for 2 sips.
Yeah.
Oh.
We're
So
okay.
Well, we
that's
forgot.
just me,
Okay.
but now you guys have to refactor in the 2 that you took. So
Okay.
anyway, cheers.
Yeah, continue. Do your thing.
So
Is he the first?
just stop for a second.
I didn't say it.
This this story isn't about the first part, okay? Yeah, whatever. Maybe it is the first serial killer. I don't fucking know. But let me take another sip.
I'm not gonna drink to that one.
Oh,
Rolling Stone reported a story previous to this
But I
that
will the
basically
next
said.
one.
Are you done?
Yes.
All right. So Rolling Stone ran a story saying that like H.H. Holmes' great grandchildren or whatever, however many greats are in there,
Plenty of
wanted to have his body exhumed so they could test it to make sure that A, his body was in there, and
Okay.
B, for a DNA test to see if maybe he was related to Jack the Ripper.
Oh.
Because there's some sort of weird
yes.
conspiracy about this,
Yes.
right? So fast forward to this story that there wasn't enough DNA to like actually figure out if he was Jack the Ripper related. So we don't know about that. But we do know that his body was in the grave, so he didn't like escape, you know what I
so
mean?
he wasn't like a fake death.
Right. So like that really is H.H. Holmes' actual grave. And the reason why they were able to figure that out without DNA is through his dental records. So just so you know,
Sure.
yeah, they exhumed his body thinking, there's so many conspiracies out there about like fake
But
H.H.
why
Holmes
do they think he's
and blah, blah,
related
blah.
to Jack the Ripper, the serial killer?
There's
So
a whole
I
thing
actually-
about
I
this.
can elaborate on that if you want.
I have
so-
it here too. Yeah,
There you
go
go.
ahead.
Go
Go
for
ahead.
it.
Go ahead. No, go. You do it. You do
no,
it.
so I wasn't. The only
You
thing
do
I'm
it.
not 100%. I'm not 100% sure on
Luke,
who it was.
You do it.
I got you. Someone, I want to say it was like a relative of his,
Uh-huh.
wrote a book later on about a conspiracy. Well, it became a conspiracy about him actually maybe potentially being Jack the Ripper.
Oh,
Yes.
Like
okay.
True.
that he. I mean, I think it's all utter garbage.
Bullshit?
but,
It's
like,
bullshit.
I think
Yeah, it's
Okay.
bullshit.
It seems like it was like a family member or someone who knew him trying to just make a buck off the fact that they knew him,
Okay.
and they essentially wrote this whole book of a whole like kind of plot of the fact that he at some point, which because he was like the Jack the Ripper murders were going along like around the same time as his murders.
Right.
But
So
it's like, how is he going back and forth to Whitetown, London? There's no way. Like, there's
Right.
Right,
It's
right.
like basically if you were to buy into that conspiracy, you would think like he left, went to London and finished out his murders there and like disappeared into the night and but also framed a guy who
Yeah.
in this picture right here for H.H. Holmes is the H.H. Holmes, right?
Right.
That's action
That's
cam.
the wheel-
so
that's the
let's
wheel,
make
that's
that
not
go.
the-
I
Let's
know.
make
I
that
was
go.
like, that is
That's the
totally
wrong
not-
Trebek. That's
That is-
Trebek.
That's the wrong
Yeah,
button.
that's
There's a lot of
Trebek.
buttons here in OBS.
Hey, man, you're a
So I mean,
producer,
you know,
man.
I mean, I'm
not
saying
with it.
like, but there's also like apparently Meghan Markle is a descendant
What?
of H.H.
What?
Holmes
No.
because
No.
Meghan
No.
Markle.
Are you sure
is-
she's
these tabloids
royalty
no,
right
hang
now?
on, hang
Yeah,
on.
she's
It's because
royalty.
Meghan Markle might be related to Jack the Ripper, and then there's all this weird
No,
conspiracy
this
going
can't
on.
be-
And
this
you
can't
see
be
what I
right.
mean?
This
So
can't
like,
be
there's a
right.
lot of
I love
dumb
it.
bullshit going on the internet, and it's fun to look at, but I don't believe in any of it.
Oh my God.
So because of all of that, there's a lot of weird controversy and conspiracy going on. Literally, H.H. Holmes, like descendants, like great grandchildren, had his body fucking pulled out of the ground, dug out, just
Wild.
dug out like the grave digger from Ocarina of Time. Just what's his name? Gimpa? What's his name?
Gimpa, yeah,
Gim-
yeah, I think so.
Grimpa, whatever his name is. No, so they
Gimpa,
straight up
Grimpa,
dug his
yeah.
body out, and it was just a skeleton. So there wasn't
What a
enough
creepy
DNA
Okay. Okay.
to figure out if it was like to like try
Maybe
to
it's
tie
deep,
it
though.
to the Jack the Ripper's cum or
Okay,
blood
let
or
me
whatever.
ask you guys
But-
something.
Blood.
But they could verify that it was actually H.H. Holmes because of his
Right on.
teeth.
Oh, nice.
So
okay.
he was actually buried there, and it's funny because you read the first Rolling Stone article, and it's so long, It's talking about all the conspiracy stuff, what it could be, what do we know, who was it, who was he, blah blah blah. And then you read this article and it's like, oh, they dug it up and it was it was him.
It was a skeleton.
That's it.
Sweet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. His teeth, guys.
Okay, I'm
So,
really excited.
Here's
'cause, like,
actual pictures though. So as you talk, I'll just slowly scroll
I was
through
gonna
it.
say because like Cecil was telling us that Leonardo DiCaprio or something bought the rights to this book called what was it called? The Devil in
Yeah, Devil in White, or the White
in
Devil
the White Devil in
Quinsu Ocha.
Definitely the White Devil.
Yeah, or something. And I was like, I would be excited to see that movie, but who would play H.H. Holmes? Who do you think would play H.H. Holmes?
I think Leonardo
let's
DiCaprio could do it.
Hey, I was gonna say.
Excuse me. Now I have
I
to
could
pee.
see like a Mickelson or
Oh my God, Madden Mickelson
I don't
with
know
the
if- I don't know if his
glorious
musta-
mustache.
I don't know if his mustache game is on par, but maybe like a Daniel Day-Lewis. He's a pretty good old
Daniel
Okay.
Day-Lewis's mustache is legendary. So
But
maybe-
you
is
could
legendary.
you could always put a fake mustache on someone. So if you were gonna put a fake mustache on someone, who would
Thanks,
play H.H.
thanks Henry
Holmes?
Cavill or whatever.
I mean, yes, but I don't think forever. And
He
this
kind of looks like maybe like an Ethan Hawke or like a
an Ethan Hawke. Okay.
I don't know. I'm trying to see like who he looks like. You know what I mean? Maybe Actually-
Jacob said Sarsgaard.
Oh yeah. All right.
Okay, maybe Sarsgaard. Not it Sarsgaard, the other one, the one from True Blood.
No, I know the one you're talking about.
Yeah.
I could see that. I could totally see that.
I feel like you're
mean-
good with. I feel like I agree with you on Ethan Hawke.
You know, I'm just looking at his picture right now, and I could see that. Or I don't know, maybe like who's someone like maybe like a he's probably pretty white. I was gonna say like maybe like a Diego Luna or
Okay.
like
okay.
I don't know, someone who
Because I
looks a
feel
little
like Leo would not be a good H.H. Holmes.
Well, I think Leo would probably have the charisma because as weird as it sounds, like apparently this guy was pretty pretty charming, But so he could probably act his way into that role. But I just
feel
don't
like
know.
Leo looks too old now.
This is true, and
Yeah,
especially
he
this
looks
this
too
guy this guy only lived to be not that old because he got executed pretty early.
Yeah, I feel like he looks too old now. That's the only
He got
thing.
executed in 1896, which means he was born in 1861. I'm bad at math, but it means he
Terrible
wasn't
at
that
math,
old.
so I'm just gonna trust you. So not that
Yeah.
old. See, so that's why I feel like Leo would be like not in it because he
Yeah.
is looking old.
Leo could have done it maybe back in the day, but who
Yeah,
knows?
back in the days. But I mean,
I see
Ethan Hawke
yeah.
is a little old too. But I feel like he looks
He is.
younger than
Yeah,
Leo,
that's true.
which
That's
is
true.
sad.
I could see maybe like an Edward Norton or like a something in that
Oh
range.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know what Edward Norton's mustache game is these days. But,
And also, I also don't know what Edward Norton looks like now, because who's
that's true.
seen
I
Edward Norton
still
now?
think Fight Club Edward Norton.
Yes, I still think
Edward
of Fight
Norton.
Club Edward Norton. No one knows
That's
what he
true.
looks like now, and apparently it's
Yeah.
because like he's terrible to work with or something. So
Mm.
who knows?
That's news to me, but it kind of makes sense. So something interesting that I'm reading right here, same little section, and this is a bummer for people. Like, apparently his caretaker, the dude who worked as like a janitor at the
Uh-huh.
murder castle, apparently killed himself by taking strychnine.
Oh my God.
Oh my god!
Wow.
Because he was saying he
Yeah,
didn't
he
sleep
knew.
for like years because he was haunted by the
Ugh.
sites of the murder castle.
Okay.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
that sucks, man. Like,
That
oh,
sucks.
like
That's
you
terrible.
you made it out alive and you still killed yourself
I
because of all the horror.
know.
Okay, let's go
Yeah.
through the timeline of his
But
like criminal.
Is he really
thing.
like? Isn't he
And
really
then
kind
we'll-
of guilty by
Yeah, I'm sure he
association
cleaned up some
because
shit
he
that he's like,
cleaned up?
that's blood.
Yeah, and then he
You know,
didn't say
like, yeah.
shit. So should we really feel bad for him?
That's
I
why
feel
he
like
killed
right. He
maybe
himself.
might have been
not.
just as much of there is
Yeah.
some theories that he had some accomplices
That's
Yeah,
why he
yeah,
killed himself. Okay,
yeah.
I'm gonna read this timeline really quickly, and then we have a game that we're gonna play super quick too.
Okay.
And we'll see how
Game really
much
super quick.
knowledge you guys retain.
Retained. from such-
So November
Probably none.
1894, H.H. Holmes arrested in Boston, accused of attempting to defraud Fidelity Mutual. Just like you were saying.
Okay, is that so?
Fidelity Mutual's been around that long.
So
Yeah.
that's what got him caught because
Yeah.
he
No, it's exactly
defrauded.
what Luke was saying, right? Like he got like sloppy, and he tried to do like he got kind of bored of the castle, and then he tried to do like a different insurance scam, and they caught him right
Yep.
away.
Oh, okay.
Carrie Peitzel, which remember he killed the Peitzel guy who like was
Yep.
his key conspirator slash scam artist guy. As soon as he killed that guy, it was downhill for him.
Okay.
So Carrie Peitzel confesses to attempting to defraud Fidelity Mutual by faking her husband's death with the help of H.H. Holmes, because she thought he might have killed him.
Oh.
Bodies of Etta Alice and Hetty Peitzel are found buried in the basement in Toronto. So I'm sure there's a story behind that, but who has time to read everything?
Okay.
A lawyer for the Williams family alleges that Holmes killed Horace Williams in May or June of 1893 before killing his sisters Nina and Minnie. So, people are starting to wise up to his murders, right, at that point.
Okay.
Police discover 2 graves in the base of Holmes' castle. This is like a year later almost. Police release the name of Emily Van Tassel, another supported victim of Holmes. That's literally 2 days after the police finding those graves in the castle. August 2nd, 1895, Patrick Quinlan, who constructed much of Holmes' crime castle, turns state's evidence, as does his wife, who also worked for Holmes. Hold on 1 second here and lift this up a little. October 28th, 1895, Holmes' murder trial begins in Philadelphia. Holmes refuses court-appointed lawyer and defends himself because,
Isn't that
again,
how it always works out? These serial killers.
when it comes to these people who think they're smarter than everyone, it's
Yeah,
it's a
he
death
thought he
sentence.
was like, I know the law. I can get myself
Yeah.
out of this shit.
Yeah.
He's a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
November 2nd, 1895, same year,
Yeah,
couple
hire a real lawyer.
month later, not even like same week later, the following week, Holmes was convicted of the murder of Benjamin F. Peitzel. H.H. Holmes is executed on May 7th, 1896, and March 1914, which is like fucking 14
Minute
plus
later,
4.
Yeah. 20 years
18 years later, 20 years later,
No, I'm not good
Patrick
at
Quinlan
math, so
kills
we're
himself.
just gonna trust you.
So
Yeah.
there
That's
you go.
The dude I was talking about, the
Whoa.
the guy who used to be the caretaker.
Yeah,
Whoa.
it's because he probably helped him. He probably
Ah!
helped him. Just you?
There you are.
Wow.
Ah!
Made it
Hey,
happen.
it was the money shot. I like that.
Yeah.
The transition of all things. That was cool.
What the fuck was that?
That's
Hey,
like
man,
when you're
producer
like
slash
BT Dubs, I have multiple scenes in my OBS, and they're tied to my other Twitch account. Check out OMJesus.
oh.
Twitch.tv/OMJesus.
Hey, can you
Watch
clarify
me
something for
stream
me?
Elden Ring.
Who is the other OMG in the Kind of Funny community? Do you know him?
OMGLX? Alex?
Yeah, OMGLX.
So here's the thing. OMJesus has been my online handle since
Sure.
World of Warcraft.
Classic.
It was like a dumb joke name that I came up with when I was like making a dwarf
As we-
fighter. Because I
As
was
we
like,
do.
right.
Yep.
I was just like, OMJesus. It was just
Wait, so
like
that
something
wasn't
I always
like
said.
your DJ name?
It became my DJ name. Here's the thing. I
didn't know that. I'm gonna
There's
say
an origin in WoW as
Yeah.
is most.
yeah.
World of Warcraft.
I didn't
yeah,
know
it comes
that.
from
Like
World
this
of
whole
Warcraft.
time, like because when I met Jacob, he was a DJ. He was DJing here in Vegas.
Right.
My wife
And-
met me as a DJ too. Funny thing.
Oh,
Yeah, see, that's why we're homies,
wow.
bro.
Yeah, no, like
'Cause
I
you know.
met him, like he was a DJ, and his DJ name was OMJesus, and so like
So
I just thought it was he just carried that over from when he DJ'd, but did not know it
I
was from
carried-
WoW.
I carried over OMJesus from World of Warcraft. It was
Oh.
basically a dumb joke, and I was able
Hey, great
to.
joke.
Thank you. I was able to carry over the name from just a joke to like type it in as something, and I was like, OMJesus. Oh, no one had claimed this name, and then I went on Twitter and I was like, oh, same name, no one claimed it. And then one on Gmail, oh, no one claimed it. Facebook,
There it
no
is.
one claimed it. And then I was like, oh, OMGesus, like no one
It's
has
around.
this. This is my thing. So then I
Okay,
just claimed it
okay.
everywhere.
Nice.
And before you knew
You
it, I
gotta
was
take it.
DJing as OMGesus, and now that's just sort of my whole handle.
yeah. Nice.
So yeah, that's
That's
me.
what's
So
up. But
twitch.tv/OMGesus.
OMGLX is a kind of funny best friend, right?
He's
With that
another
Luke.
guy. So like that's the thing is like I became a kind of funny best friend, and I just saw like I've been OMGesus since like fuck I don't know
Forever, yeah.
2000 something.
Since
Like
whenever.
2001 or some like fucking long ass time ago. And then I
Yeah.
was in kind of KF, I was in kind of funny chat, and there was another guy whose name was OMGLX.
OMG something, yeah.
And I was
yeah,
like,
totally.
Hey, you're an OMG. And he was like, what's up, OMG fam? And that was it. Like, we had become family. Just
Because
out of
when
nowhere.
you invited me to the Discord, I saw that he was in there, and I was like, "Is there some like, are you guys like a part, some sort of
we
clan or
just
something?"
instantly were.
Okay.
We just instantly
have
were
to
just at a
know-
chance.
We have to know
And I love that Alex
who
guy,
he
by the way.
is.
He
and
is a-
we have to know.
Yeah.
We
His
have.
name's Alex.
We have to have him.
Yeah.
On the podcast.
Oh, and we
Yeah,
will
you
one
should
day.
probably.
Absolutely.
we need
He's
to get down
huge with
to it.
Destiny too.
And when
Huge
we
Destiny 2
do when
player.
we
There you go.
do that podcast,
Yeah.
we should talk about origins. Origin.
Oh yeah, we'll just do origins of everything. Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll be a good
Oh,
episode.
that would be a good episode.
But yeah. So anyone who starts whatever their handle is with OMG, they're just what's up? You're part of the OMG fam.
yeah.
But
I'm late to the game.
hey, no, Luke, you're cool, bro.
yeah.
You're cool, man. Okay,
Luke Shot Fruit was just one of those ones that was again no one
Star
puts it-
Wars.
My middle name is Luke, and so I just kind of was like, I'm a big Star Wars nerd, and it was it was one of those ones where it was like, I searched on all the platforms that I was on, and no one obviously Han shot first, right? But I was like, when I was doing video games and stuff, I was like, it's funny if my name's Luke and I killed you, and it says Luke
Yeah,
shot
yeah,
first, killed
yeah.
you, and
It's
I just
great.
thought that was
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
funny, So
It's a hilarious joke, just like saying Jesus." You know what I mean?
like that.
What's all our middle names? My middle name Matthew, which means my name is
Nice.
basically Bible Jesus. Mochi.
Bible Jesus.
Yeah,
Bible,
that's
Bible
go ahead.
Jesus.
Jacob Matthew
Oh,
Jones.
no, mine isn't as interesting. Mine is just Anasco, which is my mom's,
Wait,
Mhm.
that's cool. That's what are you talking about? That's cool.
Anasco is like a really cool name.
Anasco.
I feel like
so-
your name is sick. Like, cause like I'm just gonna out Mochi right now.
Yeah, no, you
Sorry,
can.
Mochi.
Her
you
first
can,
name
you
is
can.
Pachara,
Yes.
which in Thai
Also
means
very cool.
joy.
No, Thai, in Thai. Everyone thinks that. Okay.
No, I thought
because,
that's what you told me.
No.
No, that
So here's
isn't
the
what
thing
I
about
told
Thai
you.
names. Can you allow me to
Okay,
school
yes.
him real
go
fast?
ahead.
So
Okay.
in Thailand, they get their big, crazy long Thai name, which is usually like a whole sentence of words. But then you get
Okay.
you get nicknames, right? Like I have a friend named
Ah.
Peach. I have a friend named Pink.
Mhm.
A friend named Tao. A friend,
Oh,
a couple of
shit.
different,
Uh-huh.
Wow.
where their whole name is much longer. Anyways.
Yes. Very true.
Futpa Pasatai Nitnoi. I know a little bit of Thai.
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
See, Luke's,
like
Luke's pretty
that.
cool guy.
Okay.
So what does Pachara mean?
I have no clue.
No,
but
okay, so
I'm
this is
asking you.
this is what my mother told me. Okay.
Okay.
So and my mother is not Thai, she's Filipino. So just a small
Okay.
back
But she did live in Thailand.
Yes. A small quick backstory. My mom is Filipino, my dad is Thai. My mom moved to Thailand to be with my dad and because he was a Filipino exchange student. So my mom grew up in the
Oh, cool.
Philippines, but my dad did the exchange student thing in the Philippines. So he went to like college and he did all that stuff in the Philippines. When they graduated from college, my mom had the decision to either move to America with the rest of her family or go to Thailand with her husband, which she chose to go to Thailand with her husband.
Rad.
Okay, so she went to Thailand. She was the only one there, just her and my dad and his family. And they got married. She did a whole traditional Thai wedding, and then she got pregnant with me. And I guess this is what she told me, which I'm like assuming it's true. She said that in Thai tradition, she had to go, like, when she got pregnant, she went to the monks, and then the monks had to decide when you're gonna get born, like what day, what time, and everything like that. And that's what like dictated the hospital's thing. And then and also your grandparents had to name you. You couldn't, like,
so the grandparents named you Pachara.
Yes.
Well,
so,
what does Pachara mean?
And then she told me that Pachara means like diamond or something.
What?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
This whole time
Yes.
I've been telling people your Pachara meant joy.
No, don't know. Like, I don't know if it's like true or not, but that's what she
9
told
years.
me. And that's
of misinformation.
Because that's
9 fucking years of information.
9 years.
And I don't know if like the reason why they chose that name is because my mom did have a miscarriage before I did, before she got pregnant with me. So maybe that's the thing. But the reason why everyone calls me Joy, long story short, reason why everyone calls me Joy is because my mom was kind of like I don't know if I want to say rebel, but she like did not care about Thai tradition really. So she was like, well, I don't like the name Pachara, and I wanted to name you Joy after her like best friend or something.
So Joy is like the name that your mom basically named you.
So my mom wanted to name me Joy.
Wow.
So she said, I'm not going to call you Pachara, I'm just going to call you Joy.
Well,
So.
again, you get those nicknames
That's crazy.
in Thailand, right?
Yes.
I know someone who's like, you know, for instance, like
Peaches. You said
Bangkok, it's like Kurum Tek Naha Nahon. It's like 32 words.
Yeah, it's like a whole big thing. Yeah.
Sentence of like the city that's by the water, that's east of this, that's west of that. And it's really just called Bangkok because it's just easier, you know.
Yeah.
wild.
So my mom just said, I'm just gonna call you Joy.
So
forever.
if you want to call Mochi Squeeze Patches, you can.
Yeah, because it's also how it goes. That's why my well,
yeah, that was
a
direct Dark Souls reference, by the way.
There's a longer story about why my Twitter
even
handle
Elden
is
Ring,
PPG.
I mean, it's all the same. You know what? You know your name is basically like rooted in From Software, and you don't even know it.
So, but I mean, but I like it. I mean, I feel like it's
very great.
It's not as crazy.
You're
but my last name
basically
is like
Miyazaki's
wild.
child.
Yeah, but my last name is like really wild. It's like really long. My last name, even on my when I was in California, here in Nevada, my last name's not cut off and on a separate line. But in California, my last name was cut off and then like added on a separate line because it like there's 11 letters in it. So
Mochi, do you speak any Thai or no?
No, I don't, unfortunately. My mom knows Thai, but she never taught
me. It's a crazy
me.
language.
I know it really is. And so
I mean, it's interesting.
I really wish that she did teach me how to speak that, but even
that's like me
even
too,
like
you know?
Tagalog, I only understand it, but I can't speak it.
Sure.
Yeah, so
my father's married to a Thai woman, so I know a little Thai randomly.
Oh,
that's
nice.
Cool, dude.
Yeah,
That's
so
dope.
that's cool, really cool. Yeah, my mom but my mom is like, she loves the Thai culture. She cooks Thai food. She knows how to speak Thai.
Thai
so
food.
she's like,
give it to me, baby.
Yeah.
Tom Kha Gai is like my shit.
Yeah.
My
so,
shit.
But,
Love that
Ooh.
shit.
But yeah. So, but I do want to go to Thailand.
Yeah, that's on the bucket list.
You gotta go. It's awesome. I've been there a couple times.
Oh, I mean, yeah. See, I
Amazing.
want to go.
That's great.
And then like I reconnected with my cousin that's out there, and like he's like not trying to bad
On
but
Facebook.
he's like pretty well off, so I feel like I would be taken care of, you know.
Taken care of.
You
That's
know?
what's up. Also, the
Right
thing
on,
is, like,
guys.
as much as the plane ticket is expensive, but once you get there, it's pretty cheap. So, you know.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what everyone says. But yes, so FYI, 9 years after, now you know that Joy is just
There
a
you go,
made up
Jacob.
name.
You're-
So
fully
Pachara
in.
really means what?
It means diamond or something.
So I can
That's
call
just
I can.
item.
So you're telling me I can
Don't
start?
call me that.
Are you telling
Do
me?
not
Are you telling me I can
call
start
me
calling
that.
you Princess Di?
Don't call me that. Don't call me that. I
Okay, are
will
you
hurt
guys ready after that story
We're
to
ready.
see how
Okay,
much
yes.
how much H.H.Holmes do you know?
Okay, go on.
Here we go.
Sure. I'm not ready, but that's fine.
H.H.
Ba-da-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba.
Holmes, the serial killer. Now we're gonna drink to.
Stop it with that.
And get drunk.
Okay, this is like one of the longest episodes of Odd Valley ever, but
I was
however,
about to say we've really done this one.
we're having a really good
I
time,
know.
and who gives a fuck? We're
So
gonna
we're
play
gonna
this
do a
game,
game.
and we're gonna do it really fucking
Okay,
fast.
we'll do a
I don't
game.
know how many
Shout out
times
to
you get
anyone
that
who's
bell.
left in the chat. I'm just giving,
Yes,
giving them
yes.
that.
Thanks for watching this long, and we love you. And go ahead and whatever comment you have to say, I'm gonna read it. Cheers to you.
Yes.
Are you
what's
guys
the
ready?
game? Okay.
13
Born ready.
13 questions.
Okay,
True or
That's a lot of
false?
questions.
True or
Okay,
false?
13 questions
True
is
or
like
false?
a lot of.
True or
Sure.
false?
We can alternate Mochi if you want.
Y'all gotta write them down
Oh,
on
okay.
something. You got a phone? You got a pad of paper or something?
I got a phone.
Mochi,
Oh my god.
Mochi, you gotta get off your phone and pay
Look at
attention to the
this.
game.
No, look at this. This is.
Getting on my phone.
Someone sent this
Nice.
to me. Can you see it?
That's great. What's up,
Okay.
Simi bitch? Thanks for sticking
okay,
around.
look. Someone
I
sent
see
this
it.
to
I don't
me.
know who that person
It
is.
says this is Brandon Dune.
Well, your phone's doing some weird green screen stuff. That's cool.
Yeah, you know you're not making the show end
Okay,
any
fine,
faster.
fine. Okay, but you gotta play
Get something to write on.
But
maybe
okay,
your
I will.
phone,
No, I'll do
maybe
it on my phone, but I
something.
have to pee. So
Okay,
So-
go pee and
so,
hurry up,
yes,
and we'll
okay,
have a
fine.
quick intermission. This is the moment where we can talk about
Yeah,
Elden
bro.
Ring, bro. What
It is.
what
it
build
is.
you
So
rocking?
where- So
what
where are
build
you
you
at?
rocking?
What level are you at?
Bro,
right now?
I am level 109 as of last night.
Wow.
Okay,
Wow.
I am in fucking Altus. I am Altus Plateau.
Oh, yes.
Basically,
that's the next place. I actually have unlocked the first site of grace there, and then I was like, I'm not ready for this yet. Let's go back.
how did you get there? Did you get the lift? Did you activate the lift?
I went through that weird place with like the queen of the bats, you know, like the singing ladies. Like you're
Okay.
going up, you know,
The
and you kinda
bats?
go up.
The bat bitches?
Yeah,
They're like bats, and they sing "Hoo kaki cookie choo
yeah, exactly.
kaki cookie." Apparently,
So
they're singing in
I went
Latin,
through like
dude.
the edge of, you know, when you're in Lernia of the lakes,
Uh-huh.
and you kind of get to the very edge there, and there's the crazy castle with all the finger hands that are
Yep.
terrifying.
Yeah, Carrion Mansion, sure.
Yes, I have not done the full mansion yet. It's too much for me at this
Oh
point.
no,
but
no, you just need to. You know what you need? Fire,
yeah, I feel you.
fire,
I actually
Fire
have a pretty
grease.
good fire. I'm
Fire
a faith
grease.
build, so I have a pretty good fire spell.
dude. If
But,
you use
but yeah.
fire, you fucking kill those fingers.
That's good to know because they're terrifying and you don't really think about it in the moment.
Do
but
it,
okay.
Fire
Oh my
all day.
god, I heard you.
dude. We played. We talked about
singing
Elden
that
Ring for
weird-
5 seconds, and that was a good
singing-
time.
We did.
Singing that weird song while I was in the bathroom. Like
It's
what
true.
the
And
fuck
you-
was
oh,
that?
That's
yeah,
what
you heard
happens
it.
in the
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, I heard it.
Quick, I'm gonna set the scene quickly. You're walking in Elden Ring. You're walking in some sort of like area. There's no enemies around. You're just walking stark, and you
Everything's
hear
chill.
beautiful people, like
Okay.
beautiful singing, but it's in Latin.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
And you don't know, so you walk up to the lady singing, and then you realize it's actually a fucking bat, and she starts to fly, and she spits poison mist at you, and she's coming, and she grabs onto you, and she starts biting your face, and it's a fucking nightmare.
That is a nightmare. What the fuck?
That's Elden Ring. That's what's happening.
Ugh. God.
But if you undisturb her, if you stay in the shadows and you hide, she'll just sing in Latin. And actually, what's really interesting about that is that people have translated the Latin words of that.
what did she say?
It's like plot points of the game, of the lore, which is really interesting. So I don't know what she's saying, but like, you know, I'm sure I can Google it and look into it. And
Huh?
that's really cool, right? Like, that's what I love about Elden Ring is that they've built, like, between George R.R. Martin, the writer of Sword and Ice and Fire, which is
Is that who writes this?
what's that HBO show everyone liked? Until the
Game
last
of Thrones?
Game of Thrones, yeah. The same writer who wrote Game of Thrones wrote the lore of Elden Ring. And the people who made Elden Ring kind of filled out the lore, and that's what's so great about the games is you know, George R.R. Martin and fucking Miyazaki.
Railroad Martin.
Oh god, it's just such a good game.
Alright.
I can't get over how good of
Let's
the game
play this game.
Let's play a
is.
game.
Okay, are you ready?
I really like how you like do this. I like it. Okay.
That's from some sort of
Yeah, was
game
it?
show. Anyway, it's
I like
H.H.
it.
Holmes's True or False. Here we go.
I mean,
You have to
literally-
be able to write stuff down,
Okay.
so
Ready.
you can't change your answer. So
Okay, fine.
whatever you do, I'm gonna give you a true or false. You write it down, you show it to me, and then I'll reveal the answer. Okay, are you
Alright.
ready? There's 13
Ready.
questions.
Ready.
And here we go. H.H. Holmes died at age 35. True or false?
Oh man.
Do,
Oh,
do,
my
do, do,
pen
do,
is
do,
not.
do,
Oh, it's
do,
because I have a
do,
dark
do,
color.
do,
Hold
do,
on.
do, 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 do. Don't
I'll
show
write
it
it
yet.
down.
Don't show it yet.
I won't show it.
Yeah, you can write on your phone or wherever, and maybe you got a pad of paper. Maybe you have dry erase boards, which we do in the studio.
I should have that.
Mochi? It's just true or false. T or F. You don't have to write the word true. You don't have to write the word false.
Okay, got it.
Are you ready? Show it now.
Probably gonna be hard to see.
I
Hold on.
can't see it yet.
False. Is what I
False?
say.
Mochi?
I put a T.
It is false.
Oh, damn.
Okay, I'm gonna
fuck.
also I will
Ooh.
score keep.
He's slightly older.
L.
Not much older, but yeah.
All right, good job. Good job, Luke.
Yeah, maybe I'll
Uh,
draw something instead too. That sounds good.
Yeah, if you could draw on your screen that, I don't know, doesn't matter. Okay, number 2. H.H. Holmes had 4 siblings. Is that true or false?
Hmm.
We didn't even go over
Doesn't
siblings.
matter. It's just a 50-50 coin flip. The
Ready.
point is you might not know it. You know
Okay,
what I mean?
ready?
Okay, ready?
Wait, what happens after if we win?
Oh, you'll find out. It's true.
Ah, damn.
Damn, I'm getting lucky. I really
Luke
didn't know
has
that.
2. Luke has 2. This is what I did yesterday is I created this game, by the way, guys. Question number 3. H.H. Holmes graduated from high school at the age of 16 years old. Is that true or false? The whole time as we go, I'm just going to keep drinking my beer. Mochi, could
Yep.
you also hand me another beer, please?
Okay, fine.
Aw.
Look at this mother.
Here, for the people at home who are listening, if you get a question wrong, take a sip, and that kind of goes for you
Yeah.
guys too.
Fine.
So if you were
Yep.
wrong, you take a sip. So Mochi, take
Even
2.
if you're listening to this podcast at work on like a Wednesday,
yeah,
Do
then
it.
you take a couple
Hey,
sips of water. You know what I
I
mean?
know some
Hydrate.
people that would hide Jack Daniels in
If you
their desk drawer.
if you have a little thing anyway.
if my boss is feeling really good, sometimes she'll get us a bottle of wine. At the end of the day.
Ooh, nice.
All right, what do we got? Graduated from high school at 16 years old. True or false? It is
that's
true.
Dang.
Luke wins again.
Mochi, I'm
Mochi,
really
you gotta take a
enjoying
sip.
it right now. And
Oh,
again,
fuck.
full on
Fuck.
guesses, but you know. Although to be
Luke,
fair,
I
like,
know you
we
know
did-
some of
we
these.
we did establish that I knew some stuff about this guy before.
Yeah, I was gonna do this at the at the top,
Well,
but
I
just
thought I
thought
was paying
maybe.
attention, and I clearly was not.
some of these we haven't talked about yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ew. Okay, we're gonna have to get through this.
Because
This
you have
is-
the kiwi watermelon.
Ew, yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Uh
Okay,
oh.
fine.
Uh oh. You're on to the flavors.
Ugh,
Okay, we're on
Okay.
number question 4.
okay.
H.H. Holmes went to the University of Michigan to study psychology and sociology. Is that true or false?
Interesting.
Oh. Okay. Let's see.
Did he
Okay.
go to the University of Michigan to study
Okay.
psychology and sociology? And
Okay.
remember, you could play at home. True or false?
Play along.
If you fail, don't show it yet.
Oh.
All right, ready, go. False. It's correct. False.
Oh, what?
Mochi's wrong again.
What did he study?
Damn it! I'm getting so
What
lucky.
did
I mean,
he
I honestly,
study?
It
I'm
was
for
like
sure guessing.
normal medical shit, like physiology
I figured.
and stuff.
Oh,
I figured he
what?
went for pre med or whatever. you
Yeah,
know.
yeah. That's what he did. Correct.
Okay.
Number 5. Herman Webster Mudgett is H.H. Holmes' real name. True or false? We've learned things on the podcast. That's sort of
Okay.
why I didn't want to
Okay.
do this at the end, but shit happens. Okay, true or false? Go. Flip it. That's true. Good job. guys.
Okay, I got
Good
one.
job.
I
Good
got
job.
one.
Good job. Well played. I'm gonna
I
finish
got one.
this
I
drink.
got one. I got one.
Yeah.
I got one. Okay.
How we
what's-
feeling, guys? We having fun?
Yeah. No.
Yeah, this is a
absolutely.
great. This is a great episode. Okay,
Hell yes.
number 6.
Okay.
The locals are the people that came up with the term the castle. Is that true or false?
I'm gonna go against my gut this time, just cause.
Let me
it's
know when
been
you're ready,
failing
and then
me.
we'll do a flip.
Okay, ready?
All right, flip it.
Ready.
It's true.
What?
Yeah, the castle was not coined by H.H. Holmes,
Yeah,
but
I think
the,
I think he
the
just
local
called it a hotel
people.
or whatever.
Fuck.
So yeah, there you go. So you're at 6 and Mochi's at 1.
I'm
Okay.
Okay.
Slay.
Okay.
Slayer.
Okay.
Heitzel, dude, Heitzel. Okay, number 7. The formal name of the hotel was the World's Fair Hotel. True or false?
Come on, Mochi, you got this one.
Yeah, I got this one.
The
I got
Murder
this one.
Castle's formal name
Okay.
was the World's Fair Hotel.
ready?
True or false? You show me.
Okay.
That is correct. They're both true.
Yes, I got one.
So
I got 2. I got 2. I got 2.
7 to 2. Okay.
I got.
So we're at
This
number
is
8.
Depressing.
Number 8.
72. Okay, go.
After
you're
killing
killing
his victims, he would always cremate the bodies immediately to get rid of the evidence. Is that true or false? That's H.H.
Okay, I
Holmes.
got
Would he
this.
do this every time?
I got this.
You ready? Flip it.
Todos los tiempos.
What do you got? False. That's true. Yeah.
I got that one.
Sometimes he would sell the organs and skeletons
Yes, 'cause
and such.
I
Yes,
remember
absolutely
Or
true.
even full skeletons. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Nice,
remember the
nice.
fresh
Who doesn't
cover.
like a skeleton? You know what I mean?
I mean, Disney does
I mean,
not.
I am considering selling my body to science.
I wanted to be. I'll
no,
be a
dude,
necromancer
like I put
today.
I would sell my body to science. Okay.
It
that's
seems
fair.
like cooler. Like
Are
a
you
bunch of like middle school kids got to like study like
Yeah,
biology,
yeah.
geo, you know?
Are you guys
Yeah.
organ donors? We'll find out later.
I am an organ donor.
I am an organ
90.
donor.
We all are.
I'm an organ donor.
Although with the amount of drinking I'm doing tonight, who knows if my liver will be any good.
I
for
know.
Just
seriously.
don't take our livers.
Yes.
Number 9. One method of killing was trapping people in vaults to die slowly. Is that
Oh
true
my
or false?
gosh, I got this one too.
Yeah, I'm confident in Emoji.
I mean, I
Are
feel
you
like
ready?
this he looks like a penis.
Flippage. That's true. Correct.
Yes.
Correct. So 9 to 4. Ooh,
I'm gonna
the
tell you,
gap
this is
isn't
the most
closing.
I've used my weird little pen thing.
I didn't even
Right?
know you had a fucking pen. You never use that.
I only
shit.
use the pen for
don't
like
even-
pictures and apparently this thing.
All right, number 10. H.H. Holmes robbed banks to fund his murder castle. Is
Oh,
that true or
come on.
false?
I know this one.
True or false?
Hold on, I lost my pen thing. I don't know what happened to it. Here it is. I know he stole horses. I don't know if he robbed a bank.
I drew a little picture too with mine. So are you ready?
Are you guys ready?
Okay.
Yeah.
ready?
3, 2, 1. Flip that bitch. That's a false. Correct.
You see
Good
my
job,
little
guys.
picture?
Way to go.
Do you
He
see my
didn't
little
rob a
picture?
bank in his life because he's a little
You
bitch.
I
see
think
my
they,
little-
And that's
he
a
did
flip
steal
off.
a horse, I think, and I
You
actually
see
think
my
that's one of
little-
the things that got him caught for murder.
Not a bank. Not a bank. I'll take a sip.
Got it.
Stealing a horse back in the day was a hangable offense
Seriously?
Yes, it was. That's correct.
because it's like stealing a car today. It's like a big deal.
Yes.
True, true. Number 11. The police got a tip from a guy named Pigeon that finally took down the serial killer. Is that true or false?
That's definitely
Oh man,
not.
I have a theory about pigeons, but I'll tell you guys about that later.
Is that true or false?
hmm.
So silence. Silence.
It's
I mean,
Because
yeah,
people
it's
are
deep
writing on their
thought.
phone. So I'm sorry. If you're
Deep
listening to
thought.
the audio version of the podcast,
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
we
yeah, bad
did
audio.
not
Okay.
just
Oh, wait, hold
disappear.
on.
Swear
we
to God.
didn't disappear. We're writing on our phone.
Hello.
It's like Greg Miller says, a good pregnant pause, man. It gets
Yeah.
people
Yeah,
off their
yeah.
phones.
They look down and make sure they didn't
Okay,
disconnect.
ready?
Go ahead, flip
I'm
it.
ready.
It's a false.
It's a false.
And there's a penis
Nice,
in
way
that
to go.
false.
Oh,
That's a pee-pee.
you're so like you saw the penis. But
No, you know what? The guy's name wasn't Pigeon, but it was also something ridiculous, and I can't remember the
Yeah,
name. But it was
yeah,
like
yeah.
it was like
Old-timey shit.
it was like Conquer. You know, like from Conquer's Bad Fur Day. Number 12. H.H. Holmes confessed to 27 murders during his trial. Is that true or false?
Okay, hold on.
During his murder trial, he confessed
Yeah.
to 27 murders. Is that true or false? Bum 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 bum. Dun 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 dun.
Yeah, sorry, audio listeners.
Dun
We're
dun dun dun
deliberating.
dun.
Okay, ready.
Bum, bum,
I'm ready.
bum, bum. That's the fucking Metal Gear Solid music.
Right.
Is that true or false? Flip it. It is true.
Oh, what?
Ooh.
I was so
Yikes.
worried you were gonna get me with like 26 or something. And I was gonna be all
Mochi
burned.
Squeeze.
Fuck.
Mochi's not looking so great. You have one more
Okay,
question
one-
to win. Being
Am I even
further
gonna win?
than halfway.
Okay.
I
Uh,
was about to say
of
I
his
think,
points?
Yeah,
we're gonna play it to
man.
completion. We're gonna play this
Okay,
to completion.
okay.
Number
yeah, it's just
13.
cred at this point.
Yeah, 13 to win it all.
Okay. Damn.
So we'll see what happens. Holmes, H.H. Holmes hired and fired numerous construction crews to keep the building's purpose a secret. Is that true or false?
what happened to
I
me?
fucking clicked the wrong button, my friend.
Oh, that's fine. I was like,
Ay,
I'm
ay,
on
ay.
a Discord channel now.
Are you back? Okay, you're
back.
back. You're back. Let's see a true or false. If Mochi fails this,
3,
I don't know.
1.
Okay, ready?
We'll see. It's
Don't
what
cheat.
is it, Mochi? What do you got? It's a giant cock. That's correct. It's true. Woo! That is
Oh,
correct.
wow.
Good,
Good
great
drawing,
job,
Mochi.
guys. Great job, guys. That was a fun
So
game.
it's a tie then. It's a tie.
It's an absolute tie. And you know
Was
what?
it a try? No, don't fucking
The
lie to
only
me.
way we could figure out who wins this game is who can chug faster. So let's see if you guys are down to chug whatever drink you have.
I mean,
Okay, fine. Are we gonna chug?
No, you don't have to do that. I'm not gonna force you to do it. I'm just as a joke.
Sorry,
Mochi,
too late,
Mochi
too late.
just
Are
has
we
to.
gonna do it? Okay, fine. Too late. Let's
mine's
do
already
it.
gone.
I
so
was gonna say
Oh,
that.
No,
that was a
that's
joke.
lame.
Okay, you know what? All that means is that Mochi has to down the drink she has, and then down the next drink she hasn't opened yet
Well, I feel like we
on the
both have
podcast.
to take a
No,
shot
I
anyway.
feel
so-
like we're just gonna take a shot anyways.
No, that just means you have to take 2 shots. Mochi, you lost,
Okay, fine.
so you have to do something extra. Okay.
Fine.
So
Okay,
what is it
true.
gonna be? You
Okay.
tell me what it
Four
is.
extra.
Is it not
Okay,
a second shot?
I lost. I'm gonna do. What am I gonna do?
I don't know.
I mean,
I
I'm
think you just have
confident.
to drink
I
extra.
felt like you did pretty good, all things.
I'm gonna do. An
Oh, I'm so
An
sorry,
extra
guys.
half shot.
I didn't mean to burp right.
I
into
like
the
extra half shot sounds.
I'll
sounds
do an
reasonable
extra
to
half
me.
shot.
mic. Okay, fair enough. All right, guys. So
Well-
what? So we like to do a section at the end of our episodes, which we call the 25-cent advice. Mochi Squeeze,
Okay.
the 25-cent
No,
advice.
let's do my extra half shot real quick so I could get that over.
You do
with
that
right
first,
now.
and then we'll
Yeah,
give some
let's do
advice.
that.
Okay,
Right,
I will
right.
pour your extra half shot now if you explain what 25-cent advice is.
25-cent advice is really expensive advice that we give for free, basically.
For free. I see.
For free.
It's advice worth a quarter that's free. But
Solid.
sometimes it might be worth more. What do you think? So Luke, I'm gonna let you start first. And while you're
Okay.
telling us your 25-cent advice, Mochi Squeeze will take a half shot. Mochi,
I'm gonna take a half shot.
you gotta grab the shot glass, and he can't give his 25-cent advice if you don't grab the half shot.
I will. I'm just.
No, you're just drawing something. You need
Yeah.
to grab the
Drawing a
shot.
big old dick
Grab-
on her phone.
No,
I think.
I'm not. I'm not drawing a
She
big
already
old
did that
dick. I
shit.
already did that.
She already did that shit.
Okay, let's see. 25
I
cent
was-
advice.
What's your
doing-
25-cent
So-
advice in relation to H.H. Holmes?
Oh, damn it. Okay. Well, I was going to say, I guess maybe look at reviews of other Airbnbs before you
it's a pussy.
rent them out to make sure that no one's spying on you on weird cameras in the backyard. But
Fair
really,
enough.
my
Yeah, fair
25-cent advice is there's a great rune farm in Elden Ring in the top
Ooh, where is it?
section. In the top section of Caelid, over
yeah.
in the Dragonsboro, I don't exactly
Dude,
know what
isn't
it's
it
called.
that
Something-
one area that you get from like the blood guy and like it's
So if
basically
you're
hell?
if you get to the Third Church of America in the beginning of the game,
Okay.
there's a little water cave out back behind the church,
Uh-huh.
and there's a portal there that'll teleport you to a like a mausoleum thing where there's this big scary boss.
I feel like
An
it's a
NPC that's pretty important later on.
Mm-hmm.
But if you go around there, there's these weird little guys, and they actually they pack a pretty big punch, but they're pretty easy to stagger. So if you have a good like a big weapon of some kind, they give you a more than 1,000 runes per kill. So you eat one of those good weird little finger hand things that gives you double rune intake, and go around kill a bunch of them for a while and get a bunch of runes. Good time.
That's fucking awesome, dude.
25 cents. There you
I
go.
want to
25
kill a bunch of
cents.
hands.
But also, like, maybe check out your Airbnb person before you rent it. Yeah.
What he's trying to say is that like a bunch of creepy fingers are going to try to touch you. So just
Oh.
kill.
Yeah, and maybe
either-
people are going to be looking at cameras while you
Ew.
move their
Just-
backyard porch furniture.
Oh.
Just murder those fingers. You know what I mean?
She
Just
probably,
murder.
whoever that Airbnb person that was watching you do some weird shit, she probably had some cameras in the bedroom. She probably saw you guys, like,
Gross.
having sex.
And
Super
she
gross.
was
Super
rubbing
gross.
her
Yeah,
you
she was
know.
getting wet and wild while we
Yeah.
were moving
Why
her
don't you put that-
yard furniture.
Put that pussy you drew right in the camera and then tell us your 25 cent
Brutal.
advice, Mochi.
Brutal.
I
Here we
did.
go.
I mean, but it's like an abstract vagina. See?
Just, dude, put it right into
Whoa,
the camera.
See?
Do you not see the clit at the very top?
See.
It's like it's like the North Star of that. of that art.
Yeah, see?
Did you even use a different color for it? Wow, that's dedication.
Yeah, see,
It looks like
see?
almost like
I mean, I'm just saying.
the whole drawing is crimson and
I feel like
the,
most guys
Laying out
can't
the map.
find
the
that.
North
though.
Star is peach.
I feel like I should like draw like a really weird hood on it because like guys can't really find that.
Mochi, what's your 25 cent advice?
Hard to
please?
believe. I feel like
Yeah,
It's so
ho-
not hard to find something that like juts out. You know
Agreed.
what I mean? It's just there.
Agreed.
It's there. You grab it, you feel it. It's like Braille.
There-
It's like
there's a
orgasm
reaction,
Braille.
too, there's an obvious reaction. Anyways,
Yeah, I mean,
Continue.
there is an obvious reaction, and thank you guys for
Woo!
like realizing that, because some
We're
guys
trying, we
don't
try our best.
understand that.
You know,
But my 25 cent
as
advice
a man who cares,
is
you know.
do not
exactly.
trust any Airbnb or hotel. You gotta check everything out. Do not
Yep.
trust it, because there will
Check
be a
those-
serial killer in there if you don't.
Luke, pour
Check
yourself a
those
shot.
reviews.
Pour yourself a shot right
serial
now.
killer.
Ah, fuck.
But yeah,
Luke, pour yourself a shot because we're about to end the show.
yeah. But
It's poured.
I love it. You were like the
doesn't have to be
best. You were the
full.
best guest. Like
Aw.
we should have you more often.
Oh,
And
yeah,
I'm
no.
happy too. I mean, me and Jacob have become fast internet friends. So
Yeah,
we're
Yes.
homies, man.
And next time you come to Vegas, we should do something.
let's do
Yes.
it. I'm 100%.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, we're not murderers. Trust me. We don't kill
No.
people. And we
What
would.
do you guys got a couch that my wife and I could stay
Oh,
on? or what-
yes,
what
we
Yeah,
have
I got
a
a
guest
spare room
We
even.
have a spare room.
Look at that.
And don't
Look at
worry,
that.
there isn't
Well,
like any murder shit.
if you ever
happening.
guys want to come to Northern California, which is actually cool, as much as there's not as much attractions as Vegas, you guys are welcome for sure.
Dude, I would love to go to Northern California and smell all of the weed fields. You know what I mean? That's
Sure,
just-
we can do
I
that. We have to be a
would
little
love
careful
that.
because people
Love
are
that.
sensitive about their.
About the way.
Oh, no. You know what? When I'm high, I'm sensitive too. Here's my 25 cent advice for everyone.
Oh yeah, please.
Don't trust anyone, especially people you met on the internet. Trust no one ever.
AKA me, I
Protect
guess.
your fucking dick
No,
because everyone's trying to cut your dick off. So I love everyone. Thank you, Luke, for being a part of this. I really appreciate
Yes.
this.
Pleasure.
This is a fun time. And we're bullshitting about some asshole.
He didn't even pour me a shot. He's a fucker.
What does Hooter Got mean, Mochi?
Okay, so we're gonna do a Hoot de Gras shot. Hoot de Gras, we got that from
Hoot de
Kevin.
Gras.
And Kevin, he's not dead, but he used to be on our show, and we love him. And
Here we go, Kevin.
Oh no!
Well, this is what happens when you have a stupid ass shit in the way.
And but basically, it's
Ay, ay, ay.
like
I'm sorry.
it's basic: live, laugh, love, and drink a lot of stuff.
Yep. And I just spilled a whole bunch of Jameson all over the table, and shit
Solid.
happens, and
yeah.
I'm so
but
sorry.
Here we go.
But
we're gonna do Hoot de Gras.
what does Hooter Got mean? It means live, laugh, love, and drink. So Hooter Got to you. Thanks for being here. thanks
y'all.
for participating. Thanks for being here for the show, and we'll see you next week on Odd Valley. We love you. What are we eating after the show?
Del
Taco Bell or Del Taco?
Del Taco. Because, like,
What about you, Luke?
I'll find some tacos. I'm in the mood now.
yeah, dude, no, it's because, like, okay, so I'm going to say the only reason why I'm normally not a Del Taco fan. I'm
Word.
normally not into it, but whenever it's, like, Lent, you know, like, for all the Catholics, they have shrimp tacos. And their shrimp tacos are bomb. And they only have it during Lent time. So, and Lent is almost over. And so I have to have as much shrimp tacos as I can.
I'm sorry for spilling the shot. I'm really sorry.
But
Did I ruin the stickers?
no.
I'm not there. I'm
Okay,
not there
okay.
to see the chaos.
Yeah, no, it
It's
was
because,
only a
like,
tiny-
here's the here's the thing. I poured the shot, and then I, like, put the shot glass down. But, like, it was right on top of the control that, like, controls the light for the fucking
no.
action cam. So I just set the shot right on top, and it just tilted right over it and spilled all over the
But,
table.
like, it's okay. It was only a
My
little
bad.
bit. And, like, guess what? It was still good. We
Twas
still
an
had-
accident.
But
Are we
yeah,
in the post show at this point? Or
Yeah, this is
where
a
are we
post
at?
show.
No, but this was
Is
like
it?
this was so fun. Like I'm telling
We had a good
you.
time.
We had a good
Yeah,
time.
likewise, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks, Luke.
Yeah, it was like really awesome, and I'm glad you weren't like a weird 16-year-old that was like.
Yeah, she was very concerned.
I'm also glad I'm not a weird
Yeah.
16. I mean, I probably was a weird 16-year-old, but now that I'm 31, it's a different scenario.
I was like really
that
weird.
is
Like I'm gonna tell you,
Almost
I told,
16 years
like-
older than 16. You know what I mean?
yeah, I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure
like
it is.
I was telling Jacob, I was all like, I was really concerned that maybe he might have invited like someone underage, and then like, so I was like really happy.
We're about to get Twitch banned. Because,
Yeah, I was like, oh
no,
my
it wasn't.
god,
It's not gonna happen, dude.
So, but yeah, no, that was really cool, and I'm happy that you're from the West Coast because like we had a lot of East Coasters, which is awesome.
Yeah, I got
Right.
homies from
Yeah.
East Coast.
Like-
I don't know if you
So
heard
do
of
I lived
X
in, I lived in
Interact.
New York City for like 5
Those
years.
Oh,
4.5.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're
Cool.
from Boston.
I'm from Boston. I only lived there until I was 4 years old, so I kind of feel lame calling myself. But
No,
Why
but
don't you give me
still.
to close out the episode? This is sort of like the post show, but you know,
yeah, the people are still sticking around.
if they're like people should have already clicked stop on the video, and if you haven't,
Sure.
hello. But why don't you give me your favorite quote of all time? Go. Could be for anything.
Favorite protocol.
It
Okay.
could be from anything. Everyone
you know
everyone
what?
has to do this.
Okay.
Sure.
Not just
Okay.
you. Not just you.
Michelangelo has a good one. It's right before his death. He says, "I am still learning," and I like that one a lot.
Okay.
Okay, I like
that.
that. That's dope.
Okay, so mine's will always be forever. Stop chasing the money and start chasing the dream, and that's from Tony
Dope.
Shea.
Okay,
Oh,
and
yeah.
right after I say this, I'm gonna click stop on the stream. Mine is when Han Solo says, "I thought they smelt bad on the outside."